TikTok time to rock. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone who's watching from all over the world. We have someone speaking some bit of sense here. He said, Issa made this stream late, you see. Finally, we deal with realistic comments and not ridiculous comments like this. David has to check in with Mike Winger before he sparks up the stream. Food chain. You're lucky you caught me in a super good mood or you'd be blocked already, dude. You would be blocked in a heartbeat. All right, everyone. Well, oh my goodness, Thaddeus. Right before we were starting, I was telling Thaddeus we might need to fast track things until we're up to date because it comes out way faster than we can cover and sell. I mean, just when was it, Thaddeus? Last night, Malik went after Cora, who was his last bit of hope. And then he starts unloading on Cora because it was two things. One, we said there's no way Malik that Cora's going to stay with Malik when he's holding her back and torpedoing her career and everything she tries to do. So we said there's no way she's not eventually going to leave. But it was also obvious that the only reason Cora was with him as her manager at all was because he had dirt on her and she didn't want it coming out. But that doesn't last forever, right? Eventually people get to the point where they're like, you know what? It's not worth it. I know this person is going to expose me for all this stuff, but you know what? It's just not worth being under this person's control. I can't be under his control for the rest of my life, so I got to go out on my own or on somebody else's platform or working with somebody else or something like that. And so we knew we knew why Cora was with Malik at all, and we knew Cora wasn't going to stay with him. She was eventually going to realize this is just, I can't do what I want in life connected to this guy. And we knew that as soon as she left, Malik would completely lose it, melt down, and start exposing her. And based on what I've just heard, I haven't heard the live stream and stuff like that, but he's saying she's switched boyfriends 100 times, and someone said, in mind, this is only what I've heard people have said, but I heard someone was calling Malik gay, and then he's like, oh yeah, ask Cora if I'm gay, which sounds like, I don't know. Anyway, Malik's been melting down, flipping out, not surprising, but yeah. People wonder, why are you interested? Guys, they're trying to go in a direction where they're doxing everyone, harassing people's wives and stuff, and whatever small role we can play in helping them melt down and other up-and-coming Dawah clowns realizing, oh, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. This will only lead to destruction. We want to help that along. And so that's why we cover all this stuff, guys. It's plus it's fun and fun to watch. And but anyway, as I've mentioned many times, I don't watch their streams. Thaddeus does the difficult work. Most of the work for these is done by Thaddeus, guys. Thaddeus does almost all the work, and I just watch what you're watching after Thaddeus goes through it and cuts out the most relevant clips. So what do we got coming up this episode, Thaddeus?
Yeah.
It seems like things were building up for a while, and what do we got? What do we got now?
Yeah, so today we got kind of what I would have thought would be the peak of it, but it's continued on for more than a week after that now. And as you said, last night, Malik was live for close to 7 hours. And what kept happening is people were calling in and making fun of him, and then he would go off the rails more. And so we'll get to that eventually. He goes off the rails on Cora, as you heard. But here we have all the stuff that we've watched in the last few episodes is building to this moment when Malik and Libiano directly confront one another. That Malik is live, Libiano calls in, and
that's this episode.
That is this episode.
Oh, I've been waiting to hear that. I've been waiting to hear this. That's good. I've been waiting. I wanted to wait to hear it till we're actually listening to it live. So that's now. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's what we're going through today. Malik cannot handle it. Yeah, you can control who comes up on your TikTok, right? So he keeps bringing him up and then kicking him 15 seconds or 30 seconds later and then bringing him back up. And in theory, they're supposed to, have a moderated discussion where each gives their points and they both get everything out there. But as soon as Libiana starts talking, Malik will cut him off and not allow him to say anything. And next time we'll see Libiano ended up having to go live on his own channel, which is something he really didn't want to do, but he had to go live on his own channel to respond to all the accusations that Malik is making.
And so we're going to be checking that out. And with us also, we've got Issa's younger cousin Skippy here. Looks a lot like Issa, but has short hair and wears kind of a baseball cap instead of what's it called? Beanie. Yeah. So
It's
we've
in
got
honor
Issa's young
of.
cousin with a fresh haircut. Skippy, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful, and I'm just really excited to talk about the Dawah drama. I think it's going to be amazing.
Well, it is. You're in for a hoot, Skippy. Oh, hey, before we jump into this, I had someone sent me 2 short clips. Hey, you know how Malik's been saying, "What? I don't dox people," and then Sam rolled with it. What? Malik doesn't dox people? No, that's what they do. That's what? What are you talking about? What do you guys even mean by doxing? And then, so Sam goes over on Cleave to Antiquity, and he's with all the Ortho Bros. And what? Malik doxing? No. Anyway, someone sent me a clip from TikTok of Malik doxing Sam last year. And then there's a video, Sam literally shared a video of Malik that's calling Malik a doxer for doxing him. And then suddenly this year, when Malik's going after us, suddenly he said, what? Malik, a doxer? No, they're making that up. Hang on. Let me pull this up. Check this out. Where we got this? Hey, look at this. So this is the title of the video on Sam's channel. Malik, the doxing Mohammedan.
Uh-huh.
And a little description. This is Central Dawah's fellow stone kisser, Malik, who doxes people. What? I thought Malik didn't dox people, Sam. I thought he didn't dox people. And yet here, last year, Sam says Malik doxes people. Anyway, let's check out these 2 clips, because they're both short. They're both under a minute. One's from TikTok, and one is what Sam shared right here. Weird how Malik went from a doxer last year to what? No, Malik's the best dude in the world. He's the best friend Sam Shamoon could ever dream of. All right, so here, I think this one's the TikTok video. Let's see.
You know how I don't be running from Sam? You know why we don't be running from Sam? Let me tell you why. Because we actually showed up to Arizona. I'll give you the exact apartment number. Anybody who knows where Sam...
And that was me bleeping that, guys. Let me start over. That was me bleeping that. But
you know how I don't be running from Sam? You know why we don't be running from Sam? Let me tell you why. Because we actually showed up to Arizona. I'll give you the exact apartment number. Anybody who knows where Sam really lived, know I got his apartment number and everything. And bro is not the same in person. I'm going to tell you that right now. Sam ain't about it. His brothers all dropped him. He was with his brothers acting tough. His brothers all dropped him. They're all like 50, 60-year-old old men. This guy has a cat. As soon as he lets his cat out, we could have nabbed him and threw him in the whip and did what we needed to do. Let your cat out again, Sam. Next time you might be in Mexico. You never know.
Wow, so that's Malik talking about rolling up on Sam. He's got his address. He's watching Sam take his cat out and stuff and saying, hey, we can nab you whenever you take your cat out. And so, Malik may have actually shook Sam a little bit, right? Because then Sam wants to buddy up with Malik. Now, the main reason, obviously, is just because Malik was going after us, and Sam will side with anyone. Satan himself could show up and say, I'm going after David and Thaddeus. And Sam would say, how can I help you, master? But anyway, so last year, Malik is doxing Sam, talking trash about Sam, saying Sam's brothers abandoned him because they're scared because of Malik and his whole crew here, telling Sam to, go ahead and walk your cat once again. And you can imagine what that'd be like. Sam goes out every time he, brings his cat outside. He's got to look around. Oh, is Malik coming and stuff? And all so the first opportunity to buddy up with Malik, he jumped on it. Shook, totally shook. So anyway.
Yeah, and both these clips are interesting in that he doesn't tell other people how to find it. He actually only gives the apartment number or the street number rather than like the full address. He only gives the number. And he seems to be saying that he went to the place, right? That he was literally outside the place observing Sam. So this is much more of a direct threat and much less like, oh, someone please go after him for me, like other people. That he, maybe he evolved his strategy. He figured out it was not a good idea for him to directly be threatening people or something. Because here he's like, hey, you better watch out or your body will end up in Mexico, right? Like they'll kidnap him and then dump the body in Mexico. So very interesting stuff. And now he's best friends with Sam.
Yep, that is pretty wild. Yeah, so Metastep here said, Lo, why is Malik doxing Sam now? No, this was last year. The point is, guy who was doxing Sam, showing up to Sam's apartment last year, all of a sudden Sam's buddy with him because they've got a common enemy and now they're besties and stuff. Anyway, Sam also played a video of Malik talking about him. This is on Sam's channel, guys. I showed you the screenshot of the title on Sam's channel. It's about Malik being a doxer, and in the description, he calls Malik a doxer. Whereas now, he's ready to defend Malik. Malik isn't a doxer. No, people just dox him. But here's the video that's still up on Sam's channel calling Malik a doxer, oddly enough.
And by the way, it's not just Logic. It's Sam. It's all these people you affiliating with, bro. Bro, look, if it's about affiliation, bro, you affiliating with these people.
I'm worried about Logic, bro. That's how I'm gonna put it.
But you affiliate with Sam too, right?
Sam probably living. I don't even know where Sam lives.
Yeah, he's in Arizona. I can say the rest of the address too.
I don't know where he live at.
So I know where everybody at.
Sam is his own man, dude.
Yeah.
I'm worried about.
But hold on, he's his own man. But you guys, he's on Logic's panel, right? Disrespecting.
In context of what we talking about, Sam is his own man.
Is he disrespected? Yeah, but is he on?
Logic is my close brother, and I'm on here talking to you about
GL.
Logic.
Yeah. So that was Malik complaining guilt by association. So. Life works with God Logic. God Logic was on a panel with Sam and Malik attacking him by association. But I don't think there's the associations anymore because Sam destroys every bridge he has with anyone. Dawah Troll says, watch, Sam's going to delete the video now. Would not be surprising.
And the crazy part is you just censored it, but Sam has it up uncensored on his channel. I suspect that it's actually wrong information, that it's not actual, Malik reliable as all. He says he's very confident that he has the right place. He supposedly showed up there and saw Sam, but I'm pretty sure it's actually incorrect information.
Yep. All right. So we ready to jump into some of the new stuff there, Thaddeus?
Yep. So we are ready. Last time I left it on the cliffhanger. A couple people said, hey, this is the last thing I expected from this channel was a cliffhanger. But last time Malik was live, Libiana was in the comments, and Malik was like, oh, hold on, I'm going to go live on my main account. And he did. Didn't catch sometimes the recording doesn't catch the very, very first word. So missed a couple seconds at the start. Somehow it comes up that they, I'm going to have to see the exact context, but it's not clear how the subject came in, but they dump when it picks up the right in a subject, probably lost like 15 seconds or something. Probably someone in the comments made a question, as is usually the case, Malik is super duper distracted by the comments.
Mhm.
So instead of talking about what he wanted to talk about, he talks about a random accusation of the comments. And then it's going to just be accusation after accusation against Libiano. Libiano trying to defend himself, but being cut off as soon as he does, time and time again.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Oh, yeah. So the first one is that
Hey,
he
what
was
do you
talking
mean by
trash
Discord
about
here? You
Malik
mean
on-
like the platform Discord, or there's Discord between these guys?
So the first accusation, which I'd never heard Malik make before, so I think it came up in the comments, was that Libiano is talking trash about Malik on Discord, the platform.
Libiano is talking trash about Malik on Discord. That's the idea?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the first accusation here.
All right. That's what we're about to check out. Forgot. Let's check out these first few super chats so they don't get built up for later in case everything is relevant to what we're just talking about. Snowman, in Genesis 4, there's a figure, the name of whom is a bit similar to Malik, who commits a crime, then brags about how he'll get away with it. Yeah, he does. Are we experiencing the death rattle of Dawah? Oh, no question. That's why we cover it, guys. We want this all on record, the downfall of Dawah. Just remember, everyone deformates the same. That is true. Sam and Jay had a debate now, and Lesbiano cried. Wait, Sam and Jay? Did Sam and Jay have a debate?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't see how, since now they're in a buddy, we've got a common enemy mode. It's the same thing with like the Dawah guys. It's the Orthobros. It's, hey, we're all mad at the same people, so let's work together. Prayer request for Issa's mom.
Yeah, just because of like the accident and stuff. She's older, and we're just trying to make sure it's easy for her. She's going to be turning 80 this year, so you know.
Did you say your mom's going to be turning 80?
Oh, okay. So just on that last comment there, sorry, Issa, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No, you're good.
I just did a quick search, and Jay Dyer has up a video that says Jay Dyer and Sam Shamoon debate Muslims on Twitter. So apparently they were teaming up to debate
shocker.
Muslims, and Libiano's crying about it.
Wait, you interrupted Issa talking about his mom, and people
I know,
call
I'm
me
sorry.
a psychopath?
I'm sorry.
It's all good, no problem.
Obviously,
Issa, how old are you?
Issa's mom is way more important.
I'm 38 now.
And you're still a student.
I've done a lot of different programs. So
Issa's going to be 80 and be like, and I'm working on my 17th master's degree right now. No one has more letters after his name than me.
it's good for the kind of thing, because I'm interested in doing political work. So I think being multifaceted and being able to get folks resources and stuff, I think, is important.
No, politics would be a great thing to go into, Issa. But before you do, you might, since you're a film guy, you might want to watch an old movie called Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
I've heard about it. Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah, that's where a super nice, super good dude goes to becomes a politician and finds out what politics is really like. And
I know there's a lot of
destroys his soul, Issa. Anyway.
There's a lot of politics. I totally agree. That's why I'm interested in doing
politics,
at least for now, local. Yeah, because I mean, how do we change things if we don't create policies to help?
That's what everyone thinks. Then they go in there and then they get corrupted and then they become the most evil thing in the world. So we'll get to we'll soon see Darth Issa.
Yeah, well, let's pray that doesn't happen, you know.
All right, we got Maloink and Dawah Bros are a bunch of sperm banks, and they are desperate for Shamu or Orthobros to make some deposits in the Zoot sense. Wallahi, I'm not lying. I was thinking you were just trolling, but you said Wallahi, so I think Jake proved David is a prophet of Islam. Does Issa even know that Skippy was a kangaroo?
I just looked it up right now.
I don't know
didn't
Skippy the
it was an
kangaroo.
Australian. You do?
No.
I didn't either. It's an Australian program from like the 60s.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was like, oh, wow, it's cute.
The only kangaroo I knew from back then was Captain Kangaroo. Ha! Don't come after the cartel kiddies. They'll scratch your eyes out and drag you back home while you're crying. That's true. Then we got, hey guys, I found Momo, Revelation 19:20, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived. The problem is Muhammad didn't perform any miracles. Malik, other than that, pretty good description. Malik always sounds like he binge-watched The Jersey Shore and Real Housewives and decided to make it his entire personality. Lord Jesus... Can I make this bigger? There we go. Lord Jesus, stretch forth your hand that is full of healing and health and get her up from her bed and cure her of her illness. I pray for, with meager faith and lowly appeal of your servant, holy image of the Father, and by the intercession of the Spirit, for our friend Issa's family. That's a nice prayer.
Beautiful. Amen to that. Thank you.
David, please forward my supers to Issa, especially if he says no. Hey, Issa. Issa, let me know how to forward you these supers, man. I'll do it. Then we got Dawood. I need attention almost. Dawood, I need attention almost as much as Issa. Yeesh. Thought Issa was 28. He looks 28, man. Issa's going to be the lettered prophet. We got, that's a compliment, Issa. Knowing about God versus knowing him. Can you speak on this difference between Sam versus D. Wood? Yeah, Sam knows lots of stuff, but there's definitely a connection missing there. And does Malik and Cora use the same voice changer as Mike Winger to sound cool? It isn't working. Yeah, they all use the same silly voice changer, and yeah, it's terrible. All right, now we talk about what Libiano's saying on Discord. Let's find out.
Hey, let me ask you before you do it. Have you spoke about me in a Discord chat?
No.
Say wallahi.
Wallahi. Wallahi.
Okay, here.
Show me.
That was Libiano? He's talking to Libiano there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I backed it up, guys, because all right. Let's just start over. We're only a couple seconds into it, but I'm not good with everyone's voices that I haven't watched.
Wait. Let me ask you before you do it. Have you spoke about me in a Discord chat?
No.
Say wallahi.
Wallahi. Wallahi.
Okay, here.
Show me where I spoke about Malik in a Discord chat. Go ahead.
I got you, brother. Don't worry. I'm on top of it.
Yeah, let's see it. Discord chat. I don't even use Discord.
What? Wait, did you say I don't use Discord?
No, I barely use Discord.
No, you just said I don't use Discord.
That's true. He did say it, and then Malik's about to pull something up. Oh, I mean, I barely use Discord.
You use Discord or not? Orthodox Muslim with the white profile picture.
So if you want to be,
hey, answer the question, dude. Hey, answer the question.
You just asked the question. Do you want?
You see how? Hey, I'm the liar, guys.
If you don't want to be generous with my words, that's fine.
Generous, brother. This ain't the Torah, brother. This ain't the Torah.
You know what I meant. So stop being facetious. Just show it.
Facetious? Hey, brother. You don't. Now, why are you getting nervous? You don't know how to speak anymore.
I'm so nervous. Can you just show it, bro?
Weren't these guys buddies just like a month or two ago, man? And they were teaming up, and they were all going to team up to take us down. Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
Who could have foreseen that this alliance would not last, and that they'd eventually be declaring war on each other? Shocking.
And not to spoil it, but this is the level of argument you get the whole time, arguing over. Well, you said you don't, but I meant that I barely ever use it. No, you said you don't. You're a liar. That's the level the entire time, right?
Wallahi, you're a liar.
They're arguing over the exact words used rather than the ideas being conveyed by those words.
All right, let's see what we got here.
So Malik's fumbling around trying to find this proof of Libiano talking smack about Malik.
Looking around trying to find it. He didn't have it ready. What's wrong with him? He normally has stuff ready.
I know. And then it's like literal silence for a couple minutes on the video recording. And then eventually picking back up.
Here we go.
Hey, listen, you're so lucky. Hey, listen, hey, to the guy that sent me the messages, that's texting me. Listen, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna air you out, but I'm gonna show you that you told me not to air them because you know he'll know.
I need to show the messages, dude. Stop playing around.
No, the guy.
Just
Hey, listen,
show the messages,
hold
bro.
on,
You be showing everything. Let's see the
hold
messages,
on.
bro.
No, but the guy's my friend. And
Oh
he's,
my
look,
God.
guys, hold on, guys, hold on.
Oh
The
my
wallahi,
God. Just
wallahi,
show it.
Hold on, dude, just relax. Guys,
What did I say in the message?
guy, brother, you were
What did I
talking shit.
say?
You were talking shit.
What did
about
I
me.
say?
You were talking.
Hey, Thaddeus, I just want to make sure I understand what's going on here. So Malik asks Libiano if he's been talking about him on Discord. Libiano says no, and he's like, "Oh yeah, say wallahi." He says wallahi. Oh, so you he goes, "I don't even use Discord." He goes, what, you don't use Discord? Well, I don't use it very much. I only use it a little bit. And then here, Malik was about to post the Discord messages, but whoever sent him the Discord messages said, "Don't show these." So he says, "I can't show them because the guy didn't want me to show." But then Libiano's going, "No, show them. I want to see them." Which is that correct so far?
Yeah. So
Okay.
he looked for him for several minutes, and then he comes back with this claim that the guy has messaged him and said, "Don't show them now." And he says, he'll know who I am. But hold on a second. If it actually would identify him, then he probably already has identified himself, right? Because like if only one person knew about these messages, then he's kind of already identified himself. So I don't know. I think there's a chance that Malik just totally made this up because he couldn't.
Yeah.
He or
someone was setting him up, or someone was like lying about Libiano and said, "Hey, I got hey, look at all these messages," but he made them up, and then when he realized Malik's about to post them, he's like, "No, don't." All right.
Yeah, that's a possibility as well.
Let's see.
Shit. You're like Malik's nobody's manager. You were like Malik's nobody's manager. He's a fraud, shit like that. You were saying all types of shit.
Oh, so Malik went ahead and described the content of these messages that could be used to identify the guy. Okay, good enough.
Yeah, he's like, I won't show him because he asked me not to, but I'll tell you what's in them, right? What you were saying in them, which then makes it, I mean, if the messages existed at all, it's pretty obvious. And, I'm inclined to think that Malik doesn't have anything, or the guy told him, like you suggested, that it was a fake. And then the guy's like, it's not real. Don't show it. You'll embarrass yourself or whatever. Because when has Malik ever shown restraint, right?
Yeah, especially when he's in a total meltdown mode. All right, but now we've got a history of snitching. We got the experts here.
Can you answer that? Did people get kicked out of group chats before when I told you what they said?
No.
You're a liar. You kicked somebody out of a Twitter group chat.
The Twitter? Yeah.
Yeah. Of course you forgot. So,
yeah,
brother,
if somebody's sending private screenshots of a Twitter group, you want them to stay in there?
Okay, good. So this is the same for this guy.
So get this, right? Malik says, "Remember when I was snitching on everyone and you kicked them out of the group chat because I was snitching on everyone?" And he's like, "No, I don't remember that." It's like, "Oh yeah, you do." And then he's like, oh, I forgot or whatever. But like Malik is saying, "Remember when I was snitching and you took vengeance on people because I was snitching on them?"
All right.
But is that why I blocked your number? What did I tell you before I blocked you?
You could have put up this. I don't remember.
What?
You were complaining about me saying that me and Warner are teaming up against you or something.
That's not what I said. I said that you were talking shit to Warner on the phone about me, and
That's
you denied
literally
it.
what I just said, dude.
No, you said teaming up. There's no teaming up. I said
if
that
me
you guys,
and Warner are talking smack, we're teaming up again.
That's not teaming up. You guys are not a team. You guys are not a team. You both hate each
anyway,
other.
so that's what you said.
Yeah, okay, good. So my claim is, and Warner can come up, and I swear on my Lord, this guy told me on the phone. This is exactly what he told me. We spoke. I forgot. I called him, I think, because of what he said on Twitter. And the first time you came up is I said, I know that you're the one that stopped Libiano from going on Sneeko, because you had told me, right, that Sneeko had stopped responding to you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I knew that Warner had done that. I knew he had done that, and you knew he did that too. And we spoke about that. So then I called Warner because I wasn't going to talk to him, and because I know that Warner does those type of things, and I was mad for you.
Like I said, level of argument. You said teaming up. I didn't say teaming up. I said you were working together.
But Malik cares about Libiano.
And by the way, that doesn't mean I don't care about you. If I didn't care about you, I would completely air out everything I know about you, which I don't do.
You don't know nothing about me, dude. You don't have anything. You've been trying to say you're gonna air me out for years, bro.
Wait, I said I was gonna air you out for years. You're the guy who opened the live about me 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're the one.
You're calling women goddesses in your music videos.
Okay, and you're the one. And listen. Okay, listen.
I know you like that at the time.
Okay, listen. And wait, have you done anything that if the public knew about it, they would be ashamed of you?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No. Listen, can you name me one? You're the reason. You're the reason Christians are going around saying a B.
So, in case you couldn't tell, he kept muting him. Soon he's just going to kick him entirely, but he kept muting him. That's why his sentences kept getting cut off there. As soon as Libiano tried to respond, he'd get muted.
And so it sounds like, as far as the timeline, sounds like Malik in his music videos that like 3 people have seen, he was calling women goddesses, and Libiano, without really knowing who he is, just knowing, hey, this isn't something a Muslim's supposed to be doing. So sounds like he went live about him, said, hey, this guy's calling women goddesses and stuff. This is shirk. And then, of course, since he talked about Malik had to freak out, and Malik's been mad ever since. Although earlier this year they did agree to team up and come after the rest of us. And then Malik actually had Libiano doing his bidding, going after people and stuff. And yeah, it was shocking that it didn't work out.
Yes, very shocking. So a lot of the call is going to be a discussion of whether Libiano beat his wife or not. So you heard it. I'm trying to raise that there at the end, got muted, but that's what we're going to hear now when they say it's on David's live.
No, you just said I went around talking about your wife beating your wife and shit. That's a fucking lie, and you know it.
Bro, there's a recording on it on David's video.
Good. So now I'm gonna talk about it. So guys,
oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
Why are you gosplaying, dude?
Can you shut up so I can talk about it? Because you're just lying on my name now. So now I have to put you in your place.
I'm not gonna. You can talk about it. I'm not gonna respond.
Yeah, Thaddeus, we've covered a little bit of this just recently, but Malik, that's a lie. No, you 100% said there's this video that's got proof of that Libiano beats his wife or something like that. You definitely said that. Then just recently said, no, I was using that. He said I was using that as like a metaphor for something even worse, and I was letting people know that he's done something worse, but I was calling it that instead. Okay, well, that doesn't mean that this is a lie, that you're the one who spread the claim that Libiano beats his wife and there's proof of it. That just means we didn't understand you're using some sophisticated metaphor for doing something worse. Anyway, this guy has weird definitions
and
of
his
what
story's
lying
going to
is.
change. The metaphor's gone. We're going to get a thorough explanation of exactly how this accusation of wife beating came up later in the video. I don't remember if it's immediate or it's later on, but by the end of tonight, we'll get a thorough explanation of how exactly this came up.
You hear that, folks? You're about to get the full explanation.
And as someone in the chat pointed out, they are indeed watching David Woods live to figure out what each other is doing.
Glad all these guys are watching my shows. Keep watching, guys.
Okay,
talk about Warner.
Cool. No, okay, I'm going to talk about everything that you want to talk about, but I'm going to go in my order. So my order is this. If you're saying I said about being your wife, you know that your own best friend, Henny, is the one who had the recording and came to me saying that you beat your wife.
Okay, so Henny, Libiano's buddy, came to Malik saying there's video of Libiano beating his wife, and then Malik is the one who put this out there for all the world to know about. And somehow, when Libiano says, you're the guy who spread this stuff about me beating my wife, whoa, that's a lie. You're lying on me. I can't even understand what these guys mean by words.
Yep.
All right, I backed it up a few seconds. Let's hear this.
I'm going to go in my order. So my order is this. If you're saying I said about beating your wife, you know that your own best friend, Henny, is the one who had the recording and came to me saying that you beat your wife. And Central came to me saying you beat your wife. And I'm the one who told them that's not true.
So two separate people, two separate Muslims came to Malik saying there's this video of Libiano beating his wife. Libiano says it. Hey, let's talk about this. We're going to talk about this video of Libiano beating his wife. How about we talk about that? That's where we all hear it from. So we point that out. And then later, just recently, he says, no, it was metaphorical. But when Libiano brings it up, he's like, what are you talking about? This is what Henny and Central said. I'm just the guy who defends you. What the heck is it? Why does his story change every single time he talks about it?
Yeah, and regardless of who made the accusation first, let's say that Malik is telling the truth and that Henny and Central Dawah came to him and said that Malik was caught beating his wife, and he said to them, I don't believe it. That's not true. Nonetheless, he is the one that brought it to the public. So that supposedly makes it better that he didn't believe it and still told everyone about it. I mean, what is this?
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Recording and came to me saying that you beat your wife, and Central came to me saying you beat your wife, and I'm the one who told them that's not true.
A recording of what exactly, Malik?
Brother, they came to me with some recording.
Yeah, and it wasn't true, right?
I didn't think it was true.
Good to know. So Malik, the guy we all heard it from, is saying he's not involved. It was other people. It's always someone else's fault, ladies and gentlemen. And right there, it's tossing Central and Henny under the bus there. It was them. I was the one defending you. They were the ones attacking you with these lies and propaganda. All right.
Just be quiet if you want to talk.
You're just doing propaganda, bro.
Yeah, I'm doing propaganda.
Comes out of your mouth as a straight lie, bro.
Right. Hey, did I set up your debates because the whole community kicked you the fuck out? So shut the fuck up.
You didn't set up shit, dude.
I didn't set up shit. I didn't set up you and Cliff.
You set up Stuart and Cliff, and you said, it was supposed to be.
So get the fuck down, you dog. So you set up Cliff, but you didn't set up shit. Your whole career is based on me, brother. You were flopping out. You flopped out, and you're still flopping out.
His whole career, because he, in theory, set up one debate.
Yep. And a debate I still haven't even watched because not interested. But, yep, it's all thanks to Malik.
So it's like I don't want to get too into that world of things, you know?
Little side note, Libiano and Deez responds, we're supposed to have a 2-on-2 debate versus me and AP. Then, because of Malik, they said, no, you guys are boycotted. And then, of course, thanks to Malik, Libiano starts going after people's wives, calling them whores and stuff like that. And then we say, okay, well, you're the one who started all the boycotting stuff, so you're boycotted. And then, I have to work with Malik. Malik says, yeah, don't worry. I can still get you debates even though you're boycotted. I'll get you a debate with these guys. And that was supposed to save his career. And now Malik says, you're indebted to me because of what I've done for you.
Mm-hmm.
But basically there was a recording
not only that, David.
What's up?
And Malik is directly responsible for the reason everyone is boycotting Libiano, because Malik put him up to doing a video on Christina, and that is the reason he has been completely boycotted. So he totally sabotaged his career, but he's taking credit. Everything's my responsibility. So now we're going to get the explanation of what this recording of Libiano beating his wife is.
All right. That's good. It's good to know.
We can make our own conclusion.
Yeah, no, that's good. Because if we're wrong, we want to know we're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't want to get too into that world of things, you know? But basically there was a recording sent, okay? And there was a recording sent, and Henny tried to show it to Central for Central to expose. Guys, that's why Libiano and Central aren't friends. Because Henny had a recording of Central, a recording of Libiano with something that sounded like Libiano and his wife doing stuff, right? Central brought it to me and was like, we need to air this clown out. And I said, yeah, why is Henny recording? I don't know, but that's Libiano's best friend, apparently. So then I said, I don't think that's true, dude. And I even played it for Omar, Muslim Lighthouse, and he said it wasn't true either. But Central was trying to be persistent on dropping it. So I was like, nah, bro, I don't want nothing to do with that. Months later, Henny fell out with Libiano, right? And me, him, and Central were preparing for his debate with AP. They brought it up again. Central asked for the...
Wait, whose debate with AP? Libiano's?
Libiano's,
or Centrals?
I think, yeah.
Or Centrals? I can't tell. Hang on. Let me back up a few.
Yeah,
this is a serious... every time I think there's no way these guys can show that they're even more dysfunctional than they seem. And it's his best friend's recording him with his wife, and then he plays it for Central, and he plays it for me, but I'm the good guy. So I'm like, I will not take part in this slander. No, I don't think it does say that. And so notice he's throwing Central under the bus, because Central, who's like one of his last buddies, so Central's the one who's wants to use it for clicks and stuff. And then he's talking about helping someone prepare for a debate with AP. Let's see.
With that. Months later, Henny fell out with Libiano, right? And me, him, and Central were preparing for his debate with AP. They brought it up again. Central asked for the recording of Henny. Henny went and downloaded it off the computer. And put it back on the screen. And Central had it, and they played it for me, and they said, Malik, do you think that's what it is?
And I said, no, I'm too noble.
So just for summary here, what apparently happened is some of the detail, it's very repetitive, so I cut it down a little bit. But basically what happened is Henny was on a private call with Libiano, and I think they were like playing a video game or something, right? And he goes away from his computer, forgets to mute his microphone, and it sounds like him and his wife are having a big fight. I mean, he says doing stuff, but I'm interpreting that as like they're having a big fight, and it sounds like he's physically assaulting his wife. It's only audio, there's no video, right? But the audio sounds that way. He takes that, and then he asks Central, do you think that this is what's going on? Asks Malik, do you think this is what's going on, right? Which, in theory, he may very well have actually just been concerned that this is what happened here, and he's bothered by it. Anyway, they decide to bury it, and then later, he's mad at Libiano, so he brings it up again, and plays it for them, and Malik is saying he didn't believe it at the time, but notice that a couple of days ago, or really, I think it's the same day, but at most one day prior, but a couple of days ago to our audience, he was claiming that it was a metaphor, that there was nothing about beating in this. So it seems that there was audio that suggested a beating might have taken place. They weren't 100% sure what took place, and they ran with it, which is completely different than what the story is.
Unless Malik thought it sounded like he was doing something else to her, forcing himself or something like that. I don't know. But if he was saying he was using that as a metaphor for doing something worse to her or something like that, you're thinking what's worse than beating her? So yeah, he might have thought it sounded like something else. But what's crazy here is why, if Henny thought that this is a recording of Libiano beating his wife, from an Islamic perspective, what's the problem?
Yeah,
he's allowed to. He's allowed to. It's in the Quran. Allah says you can. Issa said that she hadn't seen any woman suffering as much as the believing women, and that's in the context of talking about how the men were beating their wives. So, what would be the issue there?
He lives in America, right?
Yeah.
So he probably could get in
Libiano?
trouble.
I don't know. Does he? I don't know if he lives in here or Canada or somewhere else. Or
I think he lives
But
in
like,
Canada.
if it's here or Canada, there are rules. You can't do that. That would be domestic. That would be like assault and battery and domestic assault.
Well, yeah. No, we agree that it would be against the law. Just wondering why your Muslim buddy would be concerned about it. Now, keep in mind, there would be certain Muslim, like Issa, who would have a problem with it. But I'm wondering, like, the groups that these guys roll with, why would they have a problem with it?
And I would say, like, according to Sunni law, depending on your interpretation of the Sunni Islam, there is a perspective where you have to follow the law of the land that you're in. So that if you accept that clause, then that's what would happen. But I think most of these people are Salafis, so they don't
care about.
I don't think they believe in any of that. Like, I actually have a crazy story of a local situation where there was a masjid near where I live, and it was a Salafi mosque, and there was like a poorer man, and he like took some money, and what happened is they took him in the backyard and they tried to take off his hand, but it was like a rusty machete, so it didn't go all the way through, and they went to the hospital. They put the people in jail that did that, but they, like you said, some people will try to do that,
No, that's
because they think that those rules are more important. So
isn't that a weird situation? Because it's like, okay, if you're going to chop my hand off, use a very sharp, like sanitized, sterilized instrument, not some rusty machete. Anyway,
right.
Weird stuff.
Crazy.
All right.
Crazy.
Here we go. All emotion.
You lied about you saying, "Oh, I didn't say you beat your wife." Well, you sure made it sound like that because you were talking to Henny, and Henny was telling you, "Stop talking about."
Shut the fuck up. I made it sound like that? Get the fuck.
You 100%. Look, I mean, not a lot of situations where I might agree with Lipiano, but you really, really, really made it sound like that. You're where we got that from. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so just to be 100% clear, there was already the rumor of this, so others must have alluded to it before Malik. We did have an idea that Lipiano may have abused his wife before Malik talked about it, but he is definitely the one that made it to the level where we could actually talk about it rather than just being a rumor.
Down, dude. Like, you see how Buki, these guys are all in emotions. He made it sound like that. Brother, I never said you beat your wife. I came out weeks after and said, I never said that.
Oh, weeks later, after
weeks later, I came out. Yeah, I mean, think about this. What? You're liars. I came out weeks later and said I never said that. Yeah, but Malik, every time you expose someone for something and then they come to you and go, "Come on, Malik, quit exposing me," you go, "Okay, that never happened." You keep doing that. And so we're way more inclined to believe you when you're in meltdown mode and just spilling everything you know about people than later on when you're buddies with them and you say, "No, it never happened." I mean, that's what he tried with all the stuff that he put out originally way back in December or whatever it was about Warner and everybody else. And then when they all came begging him to stop exposing him, then it was, no, guys, I was just joking. I was just making stuff up. And they're like, why'd you keep swearing by Allah over and over again? Why'd you keep saying Wallahi over and over again? And he's like, "Oh, did I do that?" Yeah. He talks different when he's like exposing people, and it really sounds like he's exposing the dirt on them. And then later on when he's lying about it, he sounds different. There goes Lippy's explanation.
Now, I don't appreciate people talking about me or my wife. The whole story is stupid. I was playing Fortnite with Henny before.
Oh, the guy who talks about people's wives and calls them whores and makes videos calling them whores. I don't like it when someone talks about my wife. That's wrong. That's a wrong thing to do, you freaking hypocrite, you little dirt. My goodness, man.
Said that.
I backed it up a little. Listen to this hypocrite.
Now, I don't appreciate people talking about me or my wife. The whole story is stupid. I was playing Fortnite with Henny before I was giving him Dawah. This is while he was still Christian. I was playing Fortnite with Henny, and I left my mic open, and I was talking to my wife in the back. Henny started speculating shit with Central, and lo and behold,
that's not the full story. No, you're not gonna lie. Henny recorded.
Let me finish,
he's being deceptive. No, I don't.
Keep in mind, Henny recording this. These guys all constantly record each other. Oh man.
Yo, he's lying.
I'm not being deceptive, bro. Let me finish. I'm not gonna start breaking down detail. I don't want to talk about me and my wife, bro. It's my personal stuff.
No, it's not about that. It's not about that. I don't want to talk about you or your wife either. I want just the recording part to be spoken about.
All I want to clarify is that none of that is true.
Good to know.
So again, make your own decisions, but it seems every party acknowledges the basic facts that there was a phone call or a video game live chat or whatever. Henny recorded it. In that recording, Libiano and his wife have a conversation, and then people speculated on what that conversation meant. Obviously, they didn't have video proof of things, but sounds like that conversation was not too friendly.
Mm-hmm.
But you went and tried to attack me for that when you should have been attacking your best friend Henny and Central Dawah, who were the ones that were trying to leak it. And who stopped it from being leaked, Libiano? Who stopped it from being leaked? Say the name, or you're getting thrown out here. Who stopped it from being leaked?
First, let me respond.
Shut the fuck up. You know, I'm the one that stopped it from being. I'm the one that stopped it from being leaked.
I'm the one who stopped it from being leaked by telling everyone about it.
Well, he did stop it because I guess it was like 2 years ago, right? So he stopped it, but then when it was convenient, he leaked it.
Yep, we started talking about it. That's how we all know. That's how we all know about it.
I'm the one that told Central Dawah, don't go live with that. You're not going to do it.
I need that for power later. You can't spill it now where there's no purpose.
Weird how Malik's always the evil, lying scumbag, but he always presents himself as the good guy and the hero in all these situations. Weird.
Nobody would have spoken even about that ridiculous thing if you hadn't kept mentioning my name on your lives, bro. Yeah. You're the reason Christians are running.
Yeah, dude. So Thaddeus was saying, he'd heard the rumors and stuff. I heard that from Malik. That's where I heard that from. So I would have never been saying it, and I certainly wouldn't have been talking about it if I hadn't heard it from Malik, who's actually the good guy who's trying to protect Libiano.
Mm-hmm. Around with that. You're the reason Christians have a clip of you making it seem like I did such an evil thing.
He's right.
I never said that.
You're the one who kept speaking about shit like that, bro.
Mm-hmm. He's right.
By the way, did he just throw the Quran under the bus? He said that would be a very evil thing to do. I would never do such an evil thing.
He would never do what Allah says to do in the Quran and what the early companions of Muhammad did. He would never be as evil as the greatest generation of Muslims. Now Warner. Ooh.
Okay, fine. Let's go to the Warner shit. So let me show you some text, and then you let me lay it down, and then you could finish it how you want to go where you want it. Okay, so this is Warner messaging me 3 days, like the day we spoke on the phone. Okay, and this is why I don't fuck with either of you, because he messaged me crying about you, saying Libiano tried to get me to connect him with Neon, saying tell Neon the Orthodox Muslim wants to speak to him. Like what the fuck? His ego is insane. How can you be a brokey and with this much arrogance? It's crazy. Okay. Then he said, this is a continuation. He's arrogant as AF and a brokey. Bad combo. Does a GoFundMe. Has friends like Dean the Clout Chaser after Lily for views. People can see through the BS. He messaged me that. You called me that night and you said you were depressed that night. You were like, man, or depressed because you were trying to be particular. You were depressed. You were upset. You were down. Whatever you want to call it. You were depressed, upset, and down. You were like you were mad that.
Depressed.
Yes, you were. You were weeping. You were weeping like a fish. Oh my gosh! Everybody, nobody.
Did he say weeping like a fish? Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know where he got that expression.
Weeping like a fish. Hey, y'all, quit weeping like a fish out there. All you weepers weeping like fish. I'm not getting all this. So he's talking about Neon. That's the guy who goes to all the clubs and stuff like that. So Neon, someone was trying to get Libiano, or Libiano was trying to get on with Neon to get more exposure, so more people would know who he is. And it's the Warner saying, "Hey, he's arrogant and broke, and he's a brokey, and it's a bad combination." That's what's going on here.
Yeah, so Libiano has a different interpretation, but Warner's interpretation of the events is that Libiano contacted him because he desperately wanted to get on Neon's show, and Warner didn't like that. So he's complaining to Malik about what a loser Libiano is for trying to get on the program and trying to get Warner to hook him up. So all these messages that Malik is showing are messages that Warner sent to Malik to complain about Libiano.
And but this is recent, because if he's talking about Dean going after Lily J for views, that was recent.
Yes.
And so this sounds like it's all recent, when Warner just flipped out on Malik and was on with Libiano, apparently right after, talking all kinds of trash to Malik about Libiano. This is just, these guys just stab each other. And that's all they do all day long, is stab each other in the back. It's insane.
I don't know which happened first, whether the Chris tweet that got Warner to say that he wants to take Malik's head off happened first, or these messages happened first, but they're roughly contemporary, right?
Okay.
This is going on behind the scenes where they're all whining and crying to one another about, so Warner's crying to Malik how bad Libiano is. Libiano, at least allegedly, is crying to Malik about how bad Warner is, and Malik's crying to both of them about how bad Warner is. So they're all crying to each other about the other guys and how much the other guys are annoying them and stuff like that.
You know, Thaddeus, we look at the arguments for Islam, the argument from perfect preservation, total lies. The scientific miracles, total lies. You look at the arguments from the Quran. This Arabic poetry is so great, it can only be from God. It's garbage. It's the worst stuff we've ever read. We look at all the arguments, and it's like beyond terrible, and we think, what reason is there for anyone to be a Muslim now? The only thing I can think of is the unity of the Ummah, man. The unity of the Ummah. These guys are so united in everything they do, and such a close-knit brotherhood, that it just makes me think, wow, wouldn't it be great to be a part of all this? These guys suck, man. All right. Let's see. All right. I backed it up, guys.
Okay, fine. Let's go to the Warner shit. So let me show you some text, and then you let me lay it down, and then you could finish it how you want to go where you want to. Okay, so this is Warner messaging me 3 days, like the day we spoke on the phone, okay? And this is why I don't fuck with either of you. Because he messaged me crying about you, saying Libiano tried to get me to connect him with Neon, saying tell Neon the Orthodox Muslim wants to speak to him. Like, what the fuck? His ego is insane. How can you be a brokey and with this much arrogance? It's crazy. Okay? Then he said, this is a continuation, he's arrogant as AF and a brokey. Bad combo. Does a GoFundMe, has friends like Dean the Clout Chaser after Lily for views. People can see through the BS. He messaged me that. You called me that night and you said you were depressed that night. You were like, man, or depressed, because you were trying to be particular. You were depressed, you were upset, you were down, whatever you want to call it. You were depressed, upset, and down. You were like, you were mad that.
Depressed.
Yes, you were. You were weeping. You were weeping like a fish. Oh my gosh! Nobody likes me. Everybody's against me. I'm gonna just do my own thing. I'm in Mexico. I'm doing my own thing.
Oh man, these guys are awesome.
Notice that Libiano doesn't dispute like the material facts. He just disputes whether he was depressed or not.
I wasn't depressed. I wasn't depressed, dude. Andrew Tate says depression isn't real. All right. Yeah, not disputing the other details. All right, now we got Sneeko. Interesting. Let me guess, trying to get on with Sneeko too.
So then he's telling me Sneeko dropped, and then we spoke about Warner, and he said, I don't fuck with Warner. I don't like Warner. He's like, I don't give a fuck if I have Sneeko or any of that. I'm good on my own. Like, I'll do my own thing, right? He's just like, basically, I'll do my own thing. I don't care. Right? So then he's crying about that, and I was really upset about it. I was like, man, that's like, Warner's done this before with Central and other people, where he just calls other people up to try stop shit. So I'm like, in my head, I'm angry and I'm upset. And then I go into giving Libiano a big bro talk. And I'm like, bro, you're just young. You're arrogant. I told him, like, you're doing all this and that. And he starts arguing back. He's like, name one thing I did wrong. And we just go back and forth. I'm like, you're never going to listen anyway. So I'm like, it doesn't matter. Okay. and we just hung up. And then I told him, book your ticket to the UK, get ready because we're gonna go, right? And he said, okay, I'm gonna book my ticket tonight. That's the last I spoke to Libiano. Next thing you know, Warner goes on Twitter, starts talking about me. I call Warner. Warner tells me that he had that Libiano called him up on the phone and that they were speaking about me and that he told him that I cut Sneeko off for you because you have Malik around you. And Libiano said, Malik isn't around me. I don't fuck with him. I never fucked with him in the first place. And then he said a bunch of stuff. Then he started asking me stuff about Cora that I'd only told Libiano, Itachi, and Cora. So I knew that it came from his mouth because it was direct shit that I had told him. So I'm like, okay, Libiano, if you're going to go to Warner and speak shit about me and beg him to get back on Sneeko, because then he told me, he messaged Sneeko to then basically have you back in his good graces. So I'm like, Libiano's a punk. He just said he doesn't need these guys no more. But then he ran to Warner to basically make things right with him so he could be back on Sneeko. So I'm like, you're a sellout, dude. You're not a man of your word. And you're also jealous of Cora and Itachi. So I'm like, and I already saw that. So I'm like, okay, cool. Then I hit him up on text, and I basically told him what he'd done. And I was like, why are you talking shit and this and that? And he started playing games. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. You're tripping. Bro, you need your mental, this and that. And I just said, you know what? I'm not even going to do the gaslighting. I'm just going to block him. And I just blocked him.
So if I was understanding that, Libiano was trying to get on Sneeko's show, and Sneeko replied, no, not if you got anything to do with Malik. That dude is toxic. No one wants to be associated with anyone who rolls with Malik. And then Libiano started some, what? I don't roll with Malik. No, I can't stand that dude. No, I got nothing to do with him. And then it gets back to Malik, and he knows it was Libiano who was talking trash about him because he'd only shared this with Itachi, Cora, and Libiano, and so he knew that Libiano was exposing him and talking trash behind the scenes. Did I get all that correct?
Close. So although Sneeko is mentioned here, I don't think there's any direct conversation with Sneeko. So basically, Libiano is complaining to Malik about how Sneeko is ghosting him. He can't get on Sneeko anymore, and he thinks that maybe Warner had something to do with it. So Malik then has a talk with him and says, you don't need Sneeko, whatever. But he also knows that Warner would do that kind of thing. So then he confronts Warner about it. And Warner's like, yeah, I told Sneeko not to associate with him because he is, or I think that Libiano contacted Warner. And Warner's like, yeah, I told him not to associate with you because you're associated with
okay,
Malik.
so Warner kind of the mediator, but Warner's the one talking about stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So the accusation, at least from Malik here, Libiano is going to say that he invented this whole thing, that there was no conversation and that it's all in his head. But according to Malik, what happened is Warner told Sneeko not to have Libiano on because he is associated with Malik, and Malik's a bad dude, basically. And then Warner tells Malik, for some reason, even though he's doesn't want, even though he's telling other people not to associate with Malik, he behind the scenes is telling on Libiano to Malik. So yes, very confusing. But again, these three, right, they keep telling on each other to each other, while somehow, for some reason, thinking that nothing they say is going to get to the other person, right? And so it's not even so much what is said, right, that has Malik so upset. He's like, you were talking about me behind my back, right? And I know you were because you told things that only you knew. So I knew that's where Warner got it from. And that's the gist of it here. So allegedly, Warner told Sneeko not to have Libiano on as long as Libiano was associated with him. And Libiano told Warner, I'm not associated with Malik. He's not my manager. And then Malik's super upset about that because he's like, you're lying about me. I was doing all this to help you. And now you just, because you went to go on Sneeko, you're throwing me under the bus, basically.
Man, unity of the Ummah, man. It is, it's like gravity just drawing us in, man.
Malik, everything you say is just like a truth with a lie, mixed with a lie, bro. Why you always make it seem like you're a big bro, you got all this stuff, and
You are my little bro.
you got let me finish, bro.
You are the little bro.
You make people around you seem like they're insignificant and they beg you
That's
and
a
they hit up
lie.
your line all the time. Bro,
No, you're not gonna lie. I make you all sound insignificant when
let
I
me
slave all day.
finish.
No, you're not gonna slander me, dude.
Holy bro, you just slandered me for 10 minutes.
You just said I make you insignificant. How? Nigga,
Let me finish, bro.
Nigga, I was working for you like a fucking slave. What do you mean I made you
Let me
insignificant?
finish, bro. Oh my God. My goodness.
So, important point here. The reason that we had that long monologue of Malik, the other person on the call there is Bookie, which is like Malik, yes man. But he tries, in order to try to make a conversation, he brokers a deal that Malik should just say everything he needs to say, and then Libiano will be allowed to respond. As soon as Libiano starts responding, Malik talks over him, right? And says, "You're lying on me." And so Libiano, to his credit, let Malik say everything he needed to say. That's why we got that long monologue. And then as soon as it's his turn to talk, Malik is all over him, won't let him say anything.
The title being manager
This
for
is
Libiano
crazy.
gets me boycott, harassment, people hating me more, and people
You love
coming against me
you
more.
love it because you got nothing else to do. You love it.
Carry on.
I got nothing else to do.
let-
Actually, there's a girl that overtook you named Cora, and she's flourishing right now. Sorry to let you know.
That's
I know
awesome.
You're jealous.
You're trying to
That's
pin.
Wait, is this the same Cora who just left him and then he flipped out and exposed? Okay.
Yeah, it was about 1 or 2 days after this call that she left him.
Poor guy.
Against Cora. I don't have a problem
you're
with
trying
Cora.
to pin me. You're trying to pin me.
Stop
against
trying to
Cora.
pin me against Cora. It's you're.
Wait, I'm.
Do they mean pit me against Cora?
I guess, but they keep saying pin, and I'm just thinking in the Alzoot sense. I don't know what's going on here.
Stop trying to pin me to Cora.
Awesome. You're trying to
That's
pin me
good.
against Cora. I don't have a
No,
problem
you're
with
trying
Cora.
to pin me. You're trying to pin me.
Stop
against
trying to
Cora.
pin me against Cora. It's you're.
Wait, I'm pinning you.
Guys, everyone stop trying to pin each other against Cora, man. Stop it. Hey, Thaddeus, talk a second. I've got to go check on something.
Sure thing. I guess Cora might be the meat of the Dawah sandwich there with Malik and Liviano on the as the bread, right? She's the meat and they're the bread. They're all pinned up against her. Very disturbing stuff here. But yeah, I think David's right that they do mean pit against her. That they're trying, Malik is trying to create division between Libiano and Cora, and Libiano is trying to create division between Malik and Cora. Everyone is trying to create division in the Ummah here. I think that is what the accusation is, but I don't think we need to hear their accusation. I think it's pretty obvious that is in fact what they are doing. Everyone is out for themselves. Everyone is trying to make themselves top dog, right? Libiano says repeatedly, like, he doesn't care about fame. He doesn't care about numbers. And Malik is supposedly saying the same thing, that he just wants to be behind the scene guy and just wants everyone to do well. Yet everyone, Malik, Libiano, Warner, random people who call in, Henny, everyone seems to think that they're the big force behind all of the Dawah arguments, right? So Libiana said that Malik is trying to make everyone look small, and Malik's denying that. But what does Malik do? Well, everything that Libiana learned, he learned from me. I'm completely responsible for his entire career. If it wasn't for me, no one would know who he was. Yeah, that is indeed trying to make him look small and insignificant, right? That he's just the puppet, the face of Dawah, but Malik is the real mastermind. Malik is the one that's really in charge and the one that's really making all the great arguments. That's the claim being made by Malik. And so Libiano correctly identifies that as Malik trying to make everyone small and insignificant. Now, Libiano is claiming that, he doesn't care about numbers. He's happy that Cora passed him. come on. Does anyone actually believe that? Does anyone actually believe that Libiano, the guy who is admitted that he is copying and pasting what God Logic does and giving an Islamic spin to try to get the maximum audience possible, is not at all interested in numbers and is only out there to serve Allah? Of course not. Of course that is not the case. So everyone is got these massive egos. Everyone thinks that they alone are the savior of Dawah. And they try to hold it together in public, but behind the scenes, apparently they're constantly at each other's throats. They're constantly trying to pin one another, as they put it there, because they all really would prefer the other people fail. They would prefer the other people fail and die out unless they're useful to them. As long as they're useful, they're happy to support that person, right? So like Muhammad Hijab, Ali Dawah is his yes man, so he's happy to support Ali Dawah. But you don't see him promoting other da'is, do you? You don't see him working with other da'is, do you? Because he doesn't want to share his audience. He doesn't want to no longer be the top dog. Now, everyone only wants to work with people who are more important than them or more popular than them, because everyone wants to use other people for their benefit. And that's one of the things that it hasn't come up yet, but it's going to come up a lot in the later part of this call, that Malik is going to continually say that Libiano just uses people for views, for money, for relationships, whatever. And of course, Libiano is going to deny that repeatedly. But I think we can all see the reality of the situation is that Libiano is indeed a user, that he's only associating with people he finds useful to him. Welcome back, David.
Yeah, I'm back. Jai's actually over here. Heard one of my son's alarms going off, and it just meant the food his food was done. He was done with dinner and stuff like that. Anyway, so it was not an emergency. All right, we ready to jump back into this?
Better not. Yep, I was explaining things, but I was basically just stalling, so we can go right back into it.
All right, where were we? Let me back up a couple seconds. I don't want to miss any of this.
There's a girl that overtook you named Cora, and she's flourishing right now. Sorry to let you know.
That's
I know
awesome.
She's so flourishing that she had to get away from Malik.
You're trying to pin me against Cora. I don't have a problem.
No, you're trying to pin me. You're trying to pin me.
Stop trying to pin me against Cora. You're
wait.
You're pinning me against Cora. No, I'm pinned against Cora. We're all pinned against Cora. What's wrong with these dudes, man?
You against Cora when you went to Muhammad Hijab.
At least as of last night, David, it sounds like hundreds of men may be pinned against Cora, that she's apparently had hundreds of boyfriends, and she's only 19. They keep saying 20, but she claims she was 19 previously. So she's had hundreds of boyfriends, apparently, and lots of men pinned against her.
Stop trying to pin me against Cora. You're.
Wait, I'm pinning you against Cora when you went to Muhammad Hijab.
You're the issue, not Cora.
Why did you
pinning me against Cora?
Why did you go to Muhammad? Why did you go to Muhammad Hijab talking shit about me and Cora?
Let me. Can I just?
Why, yo, no, you're lying now.
These guys are really pulling me towards Islam with all this unity in the ummah thing, man. I can't. It's too much of a draw, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's too powerful, you know.
Come on, let me finish.
Is this your? No, you're not gonna lie on my panel, dude. You can say I think that, but you're not gonna say they think that.
So you can lie about me and I have to be quiet. But when
so I'm talking about you, and you're saying I'm lying. So now you're gonna lie back.
Can I just speak, dude?
Or just finish off the response.
Dude, he's straight lying on me, dude.
You're emotionally unstable. You can't.
Yeah, I'm emotionally unstable, but you're the same guy that went to London and got into a fight with a bunch of people and ended up going on live talking about another man's wife and said you made it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's so stable. That's so stable, dude. Give him a round of applause, chat.
The things that Malik was praising him for a couple months ago, by the way.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! Can't believe you went on live and started talking about someone's wife. What kind of person would do that?
But good to know that he thinks that he got drunk and caused the fight with Chris. Because remember, it was all Chris was just for no reason, like he just started beating on Libiana, right? That was the story they were telling. But apparently that's not the case now that he doesn't like Libiano anymore.
So stop making it seem like, oh, Warner is begging for you. I'm begging for you. You're like this amazing
Warner is begging for me?
person.
Hold on.
Finish, man.
Hold on. Hey, hold on, Buki. No, hey, Buki.
Oh, I know. Listen, I know you got Malik. I know you got something to
this
say, but
guy
let him
is
finish
so
up his whole response
emotional,
first.
dude.
He's just such a. Warner's begging for me. You guys are calling me, talking shit on each other, dude. What do you want me to do?
Regarding the Warner stuff, right? You're making it seem like, oh, we're begging for you. You're this awesome dude who has all the connections. You're hooking me up every day. I'm just begging. I'm just so insignificant. I'm begging for Malik to just find me the next opportunity. When you and me both know, we both know this. I don't know why you lie about it. This is not my attitude. I'm nonchalant as hell, bro. I don't care. I always tell you this. Whatever God puts in my direction, good. Whatever God takes away from my direction, good. I don't care. I don't give a shit about knowing people, bro. You have this rapper mentality. Oh, we got to know this person and have this connect. And, you know, you got to be popping. I don't care, bro. Sneeko loves me, good. Sneeko hates me, good. Sheikh Man loves me, good. Lantern hates me, good. I don't care, bro. I'm just doing me. Stop making it seem like I'm begging and I'm nervous and I'm just sitting down. Oh, my God. You're bringing this rapper mentality into the scene, and that's why it's so toxic.
I have to say, multiple times now in this discussion, I've agreed with Libiano against Malik. Here I have to agree with Malik. Libiano does seem like he's desperate for attention and trying to latch on to anyone who can help him get attention. And he's realized that some really, really terrible decisions on his part have led him to be blacklisted, and people aren't going to interact with him. And he knows that. He wants to be there. He wants to be the Muslim debater. He wants to be on everyone's platform, and no one wants anything to do with him. So that's why he wants to like get on Sneeko's show and get on Neon's show and stuff like that. And so this idea, oh, what? I don't care. I don't care about attention. Yeah, I got to call bull on that one.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. Him just acting like, I don't care about fame.
Oh, I'm the most humble person in the whole universe. Who cares about attention? Yeah, I don't even put myself out there like that.
Literally every move he's made since he started to rise in popularity has smacked of, I want more attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. Well, anyway, we're halfway through these clips. Let's take these super chats. No one can dox Issa since he studies constantly at his college in the broom closet on the 3rd floor where he joins the stream. Issa, I hope you heard that. I was strongly tempted to antagonize Malik, and I'm glad I went responsible. Also, pray for me and mine. Illness and strife are getting to us, plus insomnia. Oh, yeah, I can relate to the insomnia. Had that since I was little. What happened to Issa's hair? Yeah, I don't know if he just wanted a new look or maybe he's like, David looks really cool. He's got short hair. Maybe that'll work for me. Mm-hmm. I do feel we need to be patient with true seekers as it tells in Scripture. You guys seem patient. God bless you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, true seekers, yeah. Evil, lying scumbags, not so much. Why is everyone wearing glasses? So we can see. Issa arrived late in his family. My mom was 38, dad 43 when I was born. We grew up in between history, present, and future. We have to keep studying. No, it's good. I always mess with Issa, but no, that's cool. I mean, I actually thought about that. If I could have pulled it off, like, gotten my PhD, then gone ahead and started another program, I wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't have minded doing that. This is like a thief arguing with a robber about who's innocent. This is the best Israeli opportunity ever. This sounds like two 8-year-olds whining and fighting. Yeah, it does. Club Raipu, we all deformate. They watch D Wood to get their info. I know, they watch me to find out what they're saying about each other. So, guys, notice that they say it, but they're not watching each other. They say it. Thaddeus watches it. Thaddeus joins me to show everyone what they're saying, and then they get it here. They have to get it here. That's good to know. They watch D-Wood to get their info. We know Thad is the one gathering. You just said it, what I was saying. Therefore, Thad is, in fact, the cult leader. Thad is giving the permits. That all makes sense. Fair warning, Thad and D-Wood, this entire live will be used as evidence in the frivolous defamation suit that Malik is bringing. We know, but, that's just life. Bettino, Malik, Orthodox Tip, Warner, the Burner. All of them snitches. How did Malik become the nexus of the Dias? It's weird. This is for Issa. That's a heart. Orthodox lip swearing. Geez, Ducky, do you punch your wife with that mouth? Do you punch your wife with that mouth? Oh, man. What do both Sam and Orthodox lips have in common? Both are quacks. Fish weep and doves cry. There you go. You were weeping like a fish. I wish there had been recording devices during the 7th century. That would have been fun, and Issa would be Christian. The Malik show is better than Candace Owens show. It is. It's more entertaining. It's fun. It's funny how Malik said, I am the one that stopped them from leaking, then proceeds to spill the beans live and lies beyond him is a hypocrite. Absolutely. I don't ever want to hear people say women are emotional drama queens again after all this Dawah cat fighting. I know. Guys, I know. Notice all the people like flipping out. So, I mean, this is especially. I mean, this is like seriously relevant when you point out the passages where women are said to be intellectually deficient, and you ask her like, what are you talking about? It's not based on IQ. It's not that. We can test that. So, what do you mean women are intellectually deficient? The most common explanation I've heard is, oh, no, it's because women are so emotional that clouds their reason. And where's all this drama coming from? It's all the guys. Yep. The women are far more composed than the guys. These guys just going off left and right, all just completely powerless in the face of their own emotions. They cannot do anything that any person with a basic human level of common sense would do. They can't do the commonsensical thing ever. They always go with their emotions. And then if you ask these guys, hey, why are women intellectually deficient? Because they're so emotional.
Wait till you hear Warner. It won't be in this stream, but in the next stream, wait till you hear Warner. He might be the most whiny, emotional of them all.
Oh yeah. No, I heard Warner because he posted because Jai posted that clip where Warner was going off, and yep, he is the whiniest of all. Yo, homie, D Wood is Mike Winger like a fish. Word.
What the heck?
For Thaddeus, who removed dead air and repetitions from this struggle session from Malik. I miss your lives with Mary, by the way.
Yeah, so this one has a much higher density of content than usual Malik streams. All right, there was not that much to remove from it. It was, I think, like 1 hour 45, 2 hours cut down to half an hour. But usually I have to go through like 5 hours of content to get 20 minutes of of actual content from Malik.
Is the Joker or a Dawah bro worse to work with? Probably Dawah bros. They're such big liars, I don't know who to believe. That is weird, right? You got a bunch of liars accusing each other of lying, and it's like, uh-oh, who's lying? Dr. Wood, please allow a personal question. Why did you paint the walls of your office in prison gray and added tiny windows with grates? Those are actually vents back there. I need to get those changed because you can hear the noise too much. I don't know if mics will pick it up once we get the mics all set up. But if you can, then I'm gonna. They have special vents that are made to reduce noise and stuff like that. So I might have to grab some. Well, I'm gay, but this is gay and immature at the same time. They learned well from Mo and the Al Zut. Yep, they're learning well. Allahu Gaybar. I know 15-year-old boys more mature than this. Any 15-year-old boy is more mature than this. The result of Cora not wearing her spiritual hijab. They fight like 6-year-olds, but more zooty, more zooty than a 6-year-old. Thank you guys for introducing me to these Dawah clowns. They're an endless source of inspiration. I hope you guys like the video. Pig Chihuahua featuring Eric. Have you seen that, Thaddeus?
I have not seen it yet.
So this, just to be clear, Agnostic X Agnostic, he's the one who did the Snake Walrus, right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, so guys, Agnostic X Agnostic is the one who made the Snake Walrus song that's on Thaddeus's channel and that we've watched here. But now he's got one called Pig Chihuahua with Eric. Is English Malik's first language? If so, wow. What the heck? We got the super sticker there. Thank you. Libiano and Jay Dyer debate last night. It was bad. Haven't seen it. Might need to review it. Thanks to the unity of the Ummah, I took my shahada. Malik counter argument. Everybody poops. Oh, yeah, that was his new thing. And Agnostic X Agnostic said, I just finished Jai's song. That narcissist, lol. Hey, that's good. That narcissist Jai, man. Malik finally caught on to Jai's narcissism and exposed him. Malik could only be fixed by Christ and Flex Seal. Nice. All right, we ready to go, Thaddeus? Now, Cora and Itachi.
Yep. So they get brought up now.
Huh. Right before Cora left, and now Malik's clinging harder than ever to Itachi.
I don't have a problem with Cora. The problem is with you because you're problematic.
Yeah.
Okay? I want Cora to succeed. I want her to surpass me. I want her to do great things. So stop making it seem like, I'm hating on Cora. I'm not hating on Cora. I'm not hating on anyone. Now, regarding what you said about Itachi, yes, me and Itachi have had a personal problem, right? We've this it's for a long time.
So he had some sort of past beef with Itachi. He never clarifies what that is, so that's all we have to go on. But apparently he doesn't like Itachi, but he has no problem with Cora.
Here's the thing about you, bro. Every time you feel like people are, quote unquote, betraying you, you start inventing scenarios in your head. And what you do is you go to those people and you say, hey, I know you spoke about me, because you assume it. Because you want the person to say, oh, shit, he caught me, right? Because you're assuming he talked shit about you. But really, you're just inventing scenarios in your head. Nobody spoke with Warner about you. You're just assuming shit because you have mental issues. You have abandonment issues, okay? And you think everybody is just out to get you all the time. I didn't go to Warner and beg him for anything. Warner called me. And he could come up and he'll confirm. He called me to reconcile. He said, hey, I want to chop it up. And I said, hey, cool, let's chop it up. And he said, hey, this is how I feel about you. I felt this way about you. And I said, okay, Warner, I hear you out. We talked about it. Boom. Then we were cool. And you assumed that because we were cool that night, that we had conspired against you. You have psychosis, bro. You have mental issues. Nobody is conspiring against you, bro. So no, I didn't ask Warner to hook me up with anything. I didn't ask Warner to do anything for me. I've never asked Warner to set me up with Neon.
Libiano's on to something there. That is a way to get information about someone, to kind of act like you know, and then if there's actually something there, if they've actually done something or said something, then if you sound like you know, then they'll start bringing it up. I think it's a little different with Malik in that he's actually like mental and paranoid and just Oh, Libbiano and Warner are talking trash about me. This must mean that Libbiano went to Warner and was talking trash about me, and that this led to that. He'll put all the scenarios together in his head and then act like he knows about them, even if he's wrong. I was in prison, and I worked in the stockroom with this dude, John DeMarco. I sometimes bring him up because tons of people in prison have some sort of con game, right? People were drug dealers and stuff like that. Everyone's got like some level of con game. Having some level of con game is different from being an actual con man, right? Someone who like learned how to get by conning people. And DeMarco was he was an actual con man. He could cry at will, making up a story. He'd be sitting there in the middle of a bunch of people, and he'd start talking about getting dropped in Vietnam and being on the Ho Chi Minh Trail and talking about his friends all getting massacred, and he'd be crying and stuff like this. They just start cracking up laughing. The dude was never in Vietnam. He wasn't even that old, right? So anyway, he'd just be making stuff up just to show people how he could like totally con people. But he's someone who would always do that and just to show, right? And I remember there's a guy named Jamie Downs, and we're back in the stockroom, and DeMarco would go, "Hey, Jamie, what's this we've been hearing about you?" He would just start with that. "What's this I've been hearing about you?" And like half the time, people would start, "Oh, you mean?" And they'd start like confessing stuff, like, "Oh, you mean this?" But he would do this regularly, but he was doing it with Jamie Downs, right? And he goes, "Hey, Jamie, what's this we've been hearing about you, man?" He's like, "Oh, you mean blah, blah, blah." And he goes, "No, bigger." And he goes, "Oh, you mean this?" And he goes, "No, the big stuff, man." And he just kept doing it. I'm like, how is this dude falling for this man? But yeah, so Libbiano's right. He sees what Malik does. He puts the scenarios together. He like imagines these scenarios, but then he goes and starts accusing people based on them. Which, I mean, every once in a while he's probably right, and people do start fessing up to stuff, but he really sucks, so he's probably wrong most of the time. All right, here we go. Who's the liar?
Yeah, and we know for a fact that he does that because he's done it with us, right? Told us what our motives are and such, and we're like, that's total nonsense. Yeah. But in his mind, it's like absolute truth. On the other hand, I would not be the least bit surprised if Libbiano and Warner were, in fact, conspiring against Malik behind the scenes. It is plausible. So we just don't know. We'll just have to leave it as a mystery.
And now we got who's the liar? Now we got who's the liar. The answer is they all everyone in the argument is the liar. Hang on. We did have a comment here. David still didn't do no work since yesterday. Just moved the ladder. No, we actually used the ladder. So yeah, and that means things are getting done, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
And we'll see if he's lying or if Warner's lying, because one of them's lying. So he said that he never asked Warner for Neon. Right? Well, this is what... Do you believe that these are my messages with Warner? Or do you want me to get the name at the top?
No, I know they are.
Okay, good. So Warner randomly hits me up. Randomly. He's talking shit about me. He says, stop. I told him, stop capping on me. It's getting old. Because he just makes up lies about me all the time. Because he's mad that I left him, that I don't talk to him anymore, that I don't want to be around him because he's a loser. Okay? So then he starts a new topic and says, Libbiano tried to get me to connect him with Neon. Saying, so now he's quoting you, tell Neon the Orthodox Muslim wants to speak to him. In quotation marks. Like, what the fuck?
Warner told me he's wrong. He told me that. He said he assumed that on the phone. Bring him now.
Hey, bro. I don't care what Warner told you on the phone.
Okay, bring Warner. He'll tell you.
Hey, brother, I don't care what Warner told you. I'm showing you proof. Just let me
I know. Warner already
Okay, so we're not going to... Okay, I don't care what Warner told you. So Warner told you he lied about you?
Yes.
So wait, Warner was honest about lying as opposed to the rest of these guys who all lie and then lie about lying? We've got an honest liar. We've got a lot of Warner is the honest liar. He lies about people, but then he tells the truth about lying about them. Huh.
So the gist here is that for sure Warner told Malik that Libiano is trying to suck up and get on Neon's program, right? Now, Libiano's claim is that that Warner misunderstood what he was trying to do or whatever and invented the scenario. And then Malik from that invented the scenario that they're working together. I don't know. I mean, it seems pretty plausible that while he may not have said the exact words, get me on Neon's program, right? He probably didn't say the exact words that were in the quotes that Malik's making a big deal about him being in quotes. He probably did, in fact, imply that he wanted to be on the program, and probably because he did want to be on the program, right? And was trying to use Warner to get on the program. And then Warner complains to Malik about it. And then Malik tells the whole world about it.
That sounds about right. But now we got a Mubahala. Hey, do you even Mubahala, bro? Do you even Mubahala, everyone? Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, Mubahala.
And you said, and I quote, you begged Warner on your knees to get you back with Sneeko. Bro, I will do Mubahala right now and curse my whole family if that happened. All of you know that's not true. Whether Warner said it, whether you said it, whether he made it up, whether you made it up,
hold on,
you know that's not true.
Wait, Libiano, you just said out of your own mouth that he admitted to you that he lied about you. But now, if I'm telling you wallahi, and I'm swearing on it, and I have no other motive, I don't have a motive.
No other motive.
I'm already at peace, dude. I don't need you for nothing.
He's at peace.
Taking you off my plate was easier. Now I can do more things for the girls.
Who?
You were taking up
Cora? You gonna do more for Cora? Because she dropped you like 1 or 2 days after this, dude.
Don't worry, he replaced her with a girl named Mackie, though. So
yeah, that's gonna last. That's gonna last. That's totally gonna last. That may even outlast Sam's alliance with the Orthobros. Let me back up a little. Here we go.
no other motive. I don't have a motive. I'm already at peace, dude. I don't need you for nothing. Taking you off my plate was easier. Now I can do more things for the girls.
Are you gonna Mubahala or not, man? Man just said he'd do a Mubahala. You gonna do it or not, coward? This dude doesn't even Mubahala. I can't trust him.
You were taking up too much of my time anyway. So my thing is that if it's probable that he lied about you about one thing, why all of a sudden now am I the liar when wallahi he told me that you called him begging him to get him back with Sneeko, and he told you have to drop Malik in order for him to hit up Sneeko and be like, yeah, he's good again.
I don't see why Warner would just invent an entire story.
Well,
notice what he actually
he's a liar too. What?
I was going to say, notice what Libiano actually said he would do a Mubahala about. Not the important stuff, but the exact claim that he was on his knees begging Warner, right? Okay, he didn't literally beg him, and he certainly wasn't literally on his knees when he was doing it. But that doesn't mean he wasn't asking for Warner to help him get on Neon's program, right? He says, I will swear that I wasn't begging him on my knees. Well, great, but were you asking him?
Hey, who's 6'5"?
Warner.
He's only 6'5"?
Well, that's what Libiano is going to say. But it reminds me of when Ali Dawah said that Muhammad Hijab was too tall to do a Mubahala. So it's kind of like the same gist here, right? You can trust him because he's tall.
Okay. That's good. Let me find out.
You're not. Bro, Warner lied and said to me, he called me out of nowhere. Hold on one sec.
How about we bring Warner here and let him talk for himself?
Look, Warner's going to get the
like
text
that
and
idea.
he's going to think it's like this.
Hey, that is a good idea, guys. That is a good idea. Let me back this up a little.
You're not. Bro, Warner lied and said to me, he called me out of nowhere. Hold on one sec.
How about we bring Warner here and let him talk for himself?
Yeah.
Look, Warner's going to get the text and he's going to think it's like this. But Libiano's saying that
just bring Warner and let him speak. Like, I don't have to explain the stuff for this guy, bro. He's
good.
He's 6.
Let Warner speak for himself. It sounds like he's about to give his height there. All right.
Just bring Warner and let him speak. Like I don't have to explain the stuff for this guy, bro. He's 6'5". Let him explain himself.
Libiano, I know you're scared of Warner, bro. It's okay, brother.
Scared of Warner?
Yes.
Bro, I'm telling you to bring him here.
Libiano, I pull up.
Isn't that weird? Libiano's like, hey, let's bring up Warner. Let's bring him on here. And Malik's like, look, I know you're scared of Warner. He's the one who said bring him up. This is going back and forth, man. I agree with Libiano, then I agree with Malik, then I agree with Libiano, then I agree with Malik, man. This is a whirlwind.
Mm-hmm.
A whirlwind.
I told you this had to be its own episode, that we couldn't like just part it out into another one.
All right. Now we got the next headline here.
Because now Libiano was lying. He wanted to be on the next headline for Christians because his time is running out. So he wants some clout. I got it. I'm gonna give it to you, brother. I'm gonna give you your final gift before I'm done with you for good.
Oh,
okay?
That's generous. Now
watch this, Buki. He just admitted that Warner lied to him and tried to brush it over, but now I'm lying about Warner telling me that Libiano hit Warner up and asked him, why is Sneeko not rocking with me no more? And he said, I told him because you're fucking with Malik. And as long as you're fucking with Malik, you can't go on Sneeko. And then he said, I don't fuck with Malik. I never have. That's what Warner told me. And then he said, as soon as I found that out, I told him what I thought of him. And then we patched it up and I went to Sneeko and I said, it's all good.
Side note, why does he say effing with to mean like cool with? He's not good with me, but
and then whenever they're talking about Cora, they talk about pinning each other to her and stuff, and it's like, guys. Anyway.
No, but let's just make it between you two, bro. Because
that's a good idea. Between me two, I'll tell Malik, bro, you lost your mind at me when I said you're not my manager. You were never my manager.
No, I didn't. You're a liar. You're a liar, dude. Now,
bro, everybody was on that call. What you mean?
You're done. You're done, dude. You're a liar. Wallahi, dude. Yo, Buki, this guy, you know what he did? He went on a phone call. Junior started talking shit on Twitter saying Malik's not your manager. I'm like, what's this guy talking about? I hit Libiano up and Cora, Itachi are in there. You know what's funny? You're lucky I don't bring Cora and Itachi up to embarrass you, dude. Okay?
Hey, Malik, I think you should bring Cora up. I think you should bring her on to verify that you speak the truth and are completely reliable and a really good manager. Now would be the time to bring Cora up to vouch for all this.
This guy, hey, he's gonna get embarrassed if Cora and Itachi come up. He's gonna get embarrassed.
Keep it between you two.
Yeah, I don't want to I'm not gonna get them involved.
Come on,
but
get them involved.
And then guess what? I told him, I was like, okay, so what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, man, I have no manager. You don't do the same things for me that you do for Cora. So how could you be my manager? I said, I don't do the same things for every single person. For some people, I do this. For some people, I do that.
No, I got to disagree there. So Malik's saying he doesn't do the same thing for all people, but no, he actually torpedoes all of their careers. He does. So he does the exact same thing for everyone. He torpedoes all of them. He keeps anyone from wanting to do anything with all of them. So he does the same. He does do the same thing. So you got to correct that, Malik.
He's like, well, you're not posting for me every day and doing this, and that. So you're not my manager. I don't have a manager. Libiano's a user. Everybody knows that. And even in our group, everyone knows that Libiano's a user. Nobody wants to be around him. Dude, if you look at Libiano, who he has.
Is Malik saying no one wants to be around Libiano?
Which, I mean, I think is somewhat true. He does seem to be a not very pleasant individual to be around. But literally no one wants to be around Malik. As Malik himself.
That's what I mean, right?
He has
I agree. I agree. It's true of Libiano, but it's like massively more true of Malik. Yeah, this is weird.
A user. Nobody wants to be around him. Dude, if you look at Libiano, who he has around him, Buki, it's always dropped over the years. He used to have a ton of friends. He was in a group with me, Chad, Anis, all these people. They dropped him. Then he went and ran to Dean Response. Him and Dean don't do shit no more. Then he was with Leafy. Leafy stabbed him in the back. Didn't fuck with him. Then he tried to come to Warner when I introduced him to Warner.
Bro,
Warner dropped him and didn't like him. Then he ran after that and tried to get in with Sneeko. I made the call, I made the text, got him in with Sneeko. Then after that, now he's latching on to Sneeko. Then when Sneeko dropped him, he started panicking and being like, what happened? Then he realized that his daddy Warner was the one that did everything for him, right? Then he had to go to his daddy Warner, talk shit about me, because I don't believe that Warner lied about that, to be honest. Warner is not that smart, right?
Warner's not smart enough to come up with these lies. Oh man, gosh, Ortho Duck Lips there, just like losing every person he's connected to over time. That actually sounds like Sam, man. Whereas normally Malik sounds like Sam, but there, Duck Lips is sounding like Sam. Sad.
Well, it might be, and it's at least to some degree projection, because Libiano is going to deny several of those specific examples and be like, what do you mean? I talked to Dean for hours every single day, which again, very weird, but I mean, I think it's probably true, right? I don't, just because they haven't had a live stream recently doesn't mean that they've had a falling out. I think he probably does work with Dean Responds still, and Malik's just inventing that out of nowhere. Right. But Malik is like, okay, so he says several times in this that he's like, that Libiano's best friends with Henny. Malik was best friends with Henny as of like 2 weeks ago, when they came up with the whole, share Christina's pictures around thing. It was Henny who was Malik kind of hooked up with Libiano and said, Henny will do all the work of putting everything together, and Libiano was like, yeah, and I'll let him put it on my channel, right? So now Henny doesn't want anything to do with Malik because he's moved on to Libiano, I guess, and he's a better, he has more clout to mooch off of than Malik does. But he's saying like, oh, Henny was his best friend, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, he was your best friend, and now he hates you.
As a user, okay, I'm going to tell you how I know he's a user. This guy, one time needed an Airbnb for his account, right? He went to Henny begging for it, right? He said, Henny, give me your account. Henny didn't want to give it to him. So you know what he did?
Don't even mention that story, bro. Listen,
bro. He berated Henny. He hit up Chad and Anis, started a group chat, mocking Henny, calling him nasty names, doing all that weird shit, right? And he berated Henny until he tried to force Henny to do it. This is the guy, bro. If you don't do what he says, he won't fuck with you.
Oh, if you don't do what he says, then he wants nothing to do with you. That definitely doesn't sound like Malik.
That story was so bad that even Bookie, his yes man, is like, don't tell that story, Malik. but he needs to bring it up. There was this time that I think probably the reason why he wanted Henny's Airbnb account is probably because he himself is either banned or because he's not a U.S. citizen and he's not allowed to use it. I don't know what the rules are, but he wanted to book an Airbnb and he couldn't get an account of his own. So he wanted Henny's account, and Henny didn't want to let him use his account. And so he basically blackmailed him, like went live and like said nasty things about Henny because he wouldn't let him use his Airbnb.
And he definitely wanted the Airbnb because we've, thanks to Malik, we know about what goes on these trips and stuff. Anyway.
Look, I'm telling you this, bro. Libiano even told me, bro, he's scared to let people think that we're connected because he's scared that people will turn on him. That's the only reason why Libiano does not want to be locked in the same way that Cora and Itachi are, because Cora and Itachi have more balls than Libiano. Libiano.
Right, so he just said Cora has balls. This the same Cora who right after this ditched him, kicked him to the curb? Huh, that's weird. Let me back up. He's sitting here saying Libiano's worried about being affiliated with Malik because Malik torpedoes everything. Now, to be fair, Duck Lips is doing plenty to torpedo himself, but it working with Malik did accelerate that process. No question, no question. Torpedoing everything.
And notice how insane this is, right? Malik is going live and saying, The only reason he doesn't want to be associated with me is because I'm a horrible, toxic personality that makes everyone look bad. Can you believe how ridiculous he is not wanting to associate with me? And this is from his mouth.
Look, I'm telling you this, bro. Libiano even told me, bro, he's scared to let people think that we're connected because he's scared that people will turn on him. That's the only reason why Libiano does not want to be locked in the same way that Cora and Itachi are, because Cora and Itachi have more balls than Libiano. Libiano wants to be able to duck and dodge whenever he needs to, so he doesn't keep anybody too close just in case he has to dip off of them. Just like when Dean started attacking Lily J, he dipped off of Dean. Then when Leafy started being sus towards him, he dipped off of Leafy. He dips off of people and comes in and out of the situation when he thinks that it's not going to benefit him.
I believe it.
I do.
Hey, Buki, let me be real. He's admitted to me that he jacks God Logic shit, bro. Do you think that I trust this guy when it comes to copying? He literally told me he copies God Logic shit on purpose. Like, is this somebody who gets his own shit?
That's true.
So his claims about me are that I have abandonment issues. Brother, who's abandoned me? Everybody that I love around me is always
these
been
are
around.
personal. These these are
No,
personal
but he's lying.
comments he can say about you.
Buki, come on, bro. Listen, he's just copying David Wood, what David Wood says about Sam Shimon. He's just stealing the rhetoric. He's the one who's had abandonment issues. He's the one his whole life he's been abandoned by everyone around him. So you mentioned something about abandonment issues. Who's been abandoned more, me or you?
Dude, what?
Bro, that
why
don't
are you
matter,
so
bro. About the
are you trying to
issues,
really? Are
just
you
let's
really
forget
trying to
about all that.
compare?
Hey, guys, I mean, think about how ironic this is. I don't have abandonment issues. I don't have abandonment issues. The abandonment issues Sam has is he drives people away from himself with like just terrible behavior, and people for a while will put up with it, but then they just I can't have anything to do with this dude, and then he loses his mind and declares war on them. Malik right here. What? I'm not like that. I'm not like that. 1 to 2 days after this, Cora says, I'm done with you. And he goes on a 6-hour rampage freaking out on Cora, exposing her for her 100 or whatever boyfriends and everything else. What? Well, I don't have abandonment issues. All right, I backed it up a little.
And he actually doesn't know what the term means, right? He thinks it means that you have issues with a lot of people abandoning you. Like you have an issue that causes people to abandon you.
No,
but the term
he has that
issue.
Yeah,
right.
He has that. It's like this dread, and causes you to freak out when people abandon you. This deep fear of being abandoned, or these freakouts because you're abandoned. That's Malik and Sam
exactly.
in a nutshell. That's their entire life.
But he's like, well, people have abandoned Libiano, so he obviously has abandonment issues. Like, I don't know whether he does.
I don't know if he does or not. But people abandon, people abandoning you does not mean you have abandonment issues. Malik has abandonment issues. Sam definitely has abandonment issues. Libiano, I don't know.
Says about Sam Shimon, he's just stealing the rhetoric. He's the one who's had abandonment issues. He's the one his whole life he's been abandoned by everyone around him. So you mentioned something about abandonment issues. Who's been abandoned more, me or you?
Dude, what?
Bro, that don't matter, bro.
Are you trying to really?
Let's forget about all that.
You mentioned something personal, dude.
Abandonment right now? Like, what are you doing?
You mentioned something about me, dude. I'm bringing it back up.
You're almost 30. You're asking another guy who abandoned you. Who's more abandoned, me or you?
You just said I have abandonment issues. Where did you get that from?
Like, this is the most cringe shit I've ever heard.
Look.
This is so corny.
Yo, we're talking to a kid right now, guys. This is a kid.
Dude, you just asked me who's more abandoned, me or you.
I be forgetting this guy's like 8 years younger than me. He just said I have abandonment issues when I gave him 5 minutes, and I'm pressed.
Bro, if there's no truth to that claim, then ignore it.
Okay, so you admit that you're lying?
No, I think you have abandonment issues. Bro.
Okay.
Yeah, Malik, you have glaringly obvious abandonment issues. You end up working with someone or being connected to someone. Eventually, they're like, this dude's an evil scumbag. I'm getting away from this dude. And you freak out on the person and try to destroy them. That's exactly the kind of abandonment issues we're talking about. So Libiano for the win on that one.
And I think you have more abandonment issues than me if there's any.
What's that?
Malik is literally demonstrating it right here, right? Because like he's obsessing over Libiano cutting him off or him cutting Libiano off or whatever, and like feels he needs to justify everything to the audience. That's exactly what abandonment issues are, right? You need to justify everything in your mind. And Libio's right. If you didn't actually have this, you'd just be like, whatever, bro, and move on, right? Because it wouldn't bother you, but it super bothers him because it's true.
It's definitely true. Indisputable.
So you admit that you're lying?
No, I think you have abandonment issues. Bro.
Okay, and I think you have more abandonment issues than me if there's any abandonment issues, because you've been abandoned by everyone around you.
That's all cool. Let's go back to the yo, Buki, can you stop? That's all cool and jolly. I don't care, bro. Think whatever you want. Anyways.
So now we come to the best part here, where Malik drops the bombshell that Libiano has been doxing people in the past.
Ooh, Libiano the doxer. So Malik doxes people, Libiano doxes people, Sam doxes people. Lots of doxers out there, and all these doxers, for some reason, accuse Thaddeus of doxing. Weird.
AkiX part-time likes you. You fight with him all the time.
I'm chill with AkiX.
Today you are. Wait, did he not dox you, and did you not dox him?
Oh, we were just joking around.
When you sent me pictures of his women and his family, you were joking around?
Yeah, we were just joking around.
So when you sent me pictures of his sisters, you were joking around?
Yeah, he knew about that. He sent me to that.
He knew that you sent me. So he's a cuck? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're just chilling, bro.
Wait, he's a cuck. He's a cuck. He's a cuck.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's
wait,
not.
but you just said he told you to send pictures of his sisters to me.
No, he didn't.
Okay, so how did his sister's pictures get into my phone from you?
Oh, because you told me his name. I went on his Facebook.
Oh, good. So you're a liar now too. So you doxed AkiX's sisters, and you're the guy, and you've never had a problem with anyone. AkiX is in here defending a guy that doxed his sisters. Oh man, AkiX, you gotta take that one, bro. This man doxed your sisters. I only had pictures of your dad, and I only had guys. This man got pictures of all.
By the way, do you hear this? I only had pictures of guys and of your dad. I only had pictures of the guys in your family. Why in the blue hell would you have pictures of the guys in his family? But thanks to Libiano, then I had pictures of the girls in your family too. This is the ummah. This is the ummah here, guys.
And he kept saying, is he a cuck or something? Which, they're talking about his sisters. I sure hope he's not.
Yeah. So what? Yeah. What the heck is Malik suggesting that AkiX is doing with his sisters, man? I don't know, man. This is weird.
I think it's just him not knowing what words mean yet again, because he never seems to know what words mean. But he's literally implying that there's some sort of sexual relationship between AkiX and his sisters.
That's what it sounded like. These dudes are weird, man.
Your sisters.
Not Malik, he's only interested in the men.
Is that? Yeah. I only want pictures of dudes, man. But then this guy started sending me pictures of the guy's sisters, man. I was like, what are these? Who cares about this stuff? All right, I backed it up.
And you're the guy, and you've never had a problem with anyone. AkiX is in here defending a guy that doxed his sisters. Oh man, AkiX, you gotta take that one, bro. This man doxed your sisters. I only had pictures of your dad, and I only had guys. This man got pictures of all the women in your family and sent them to me, dude. How does that feel?
I mean, if I were AkiX, I'd be more concerned with the fact that you were just interested in the pictures of all the guys in his family and that you were storing these pictures. So you tracked down pictures of all the guys in his family and you got them on your phone. And then someone else comes along like, oh, I got pictures of the girls. I'm not interested in that. But, I'll bring it up later on. Oh, my goodness.
Of your dad, and I only had guys. This man got pictures of all the women in your family and sent them to me, dude. How does that feel? Oh man! And then he asked me to dox him for you.
Gets that last part there. So at least according to Malik, so Libiano admitted everything, right? He called it a joke, but he's like, yeah, I figured out his real name, and I went on Facebook and I got pictures of all his family, and I sent them to Malik, the known doxer. Now, I'm sure he won't admit that he told Malik to dox, but nonetheless, it seems pretty plausible that he did, in fact, send all this stuff to Malik and then told Malik to share it with the public.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Itachi doesn't talk to Aki X anymore because she knows that he doxed her and he said nasty things about her. Aki X doxed the woman, guys, and sent the info around and then said what? Said, oh yeah, he doxed her. You're the one that gave me the info, dude. You're the one that gave Itachi's info out. You're the one that was telling people things about her. You're the one that was in love with Itachi and she dropped you, dude. Itachi was, you know, Aki X was in love with Itachi and Itachi dropped him and said, get away from me. You're ugly as hell, dude. I don't want nothing to do with you.
So what that was in reference to, I guess it was like they were talking over each other and got cut. But when Libiano was talking, he said, you doxed Itachi, meaning Malik doxed Itachi. So Malik's response is, no, it was Aki X. He sent me all the info that I shared, right? Basically. So apparently Malik in the past doxed Itachi, but she's cool with it because he's helping her now or whatever. Or she's afraid of him and knows that he has all this info to dox her with.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, is why he has to go nuclear on Korra. That's not just him trying to destroy Korra. That's him sending a warning to Itachi and that other girl now. Sending a warning, do not cross me, because this will happen. Mm-hmm.
Doxer Libiano. Any last word, Doxer Libiano?
Yeah, so the last words that I want to say to you, Malik, is that you are a cancer to this whole
he cut him off. That's kind of funny, actually. All right. And we have everything is given to me.
You know what's funny, guys? Every piece of info that I've ever dropped on somebody, one of these clowns in the background gave it to me. I never went and found my own shit ever. I don't give a crap to look y'all up. That's the biggest thing about y'all. I don't care.
Wait a second. He swore up and down that he just Googled our names.
I remember him trying to show how he did it live. He's like, look, here's all I do to find all this. That's when he was trying to cover up for sneaking Muslim. When we're like, hey, all this stuff sounds like someone in the legal field got this information for him and stuff. And then all of a sudden he's like, no, guys, this is just how I find it. And he like goes to Google, looks something up, and like nothing's there. Yeah, interesting.
Couldn't remember L's name, right? I just searched from what's his name? Eric from Ohio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he looked up Eric from Ohio to try and find
pictures.
Oh boy.
Look y'all up. People like Libiano will go in the background and find people's information and then send it to me and then send me up to do it. I don't care. I'll drop any of y'all shit online if you're a harm to society and if people need to be warned against.
Good to know.
And I think that for once he was 100% telling the truth, that a bunch of Muslims send him information because he's the known doxer, and then he doesn't care. He just doxes everyone.
Everybody knows the Aki X situation is he doxed my address first because he thought I said something about Somalia. And I didn't dox him in retaliation. I just found
why did you send me?
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Why did you send me pictures of his sister?
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
So you just call anything I didn't dox him. I didn't put out his stuff.
Did you send me the pictures of his sister?
Let me finish. Stop,
okay, so
dude. Everybody
you see how he's messing around?
Man.
Bro, you asked me to put it out, dude.
But just listen, bro. There's no point. That's a past convo that's been.
Let me finish.
Yeah, I have to say, sending Malik the pictures wouldn't be doxing. It would be like conspiracy to commit doxing or something like that. You're trying to get someone to do the doxing for you. So it's like, you know, if you hire a hitman to go murder someone, well, it's the hitman who actually murders the person, but you're paying him to do the deed for you.
I never doxed X. To dox somebody is to put his public information or private information out there for everybody to see. I didn't do that.
Did you send it to me?
Let me finish, man.
Yeah,
I found his Facebook and I sent it to you privately between me and you. I didn't post it.
You sent me pictures of his sister.
I never doxed anyone.
But listen,
you sent me
never
pictures of
doxed
his
anyone.
sister, dude.
Now, let me finish. And he doxed me. I didn't dox him back.
You're a liar, dude. You sent me pictures of his sister and said, go open the live and drop him. You're a liar. May Allah curse the liar between us.
Whoa, they did do the mubahala. Oh, we got the mubahala.
And the irony is that, I mean, they're kind of both telling the truth for once, because he technically didn't dox. He committed a different crime, right? Conspiracy. And Malik was sent the photos, right? So they're both telling the truth. They just both are too stupid to realize how bad the truth makes them look.
And I have to say, Malik, man, you need to be very careful in your wording there, man, because I know you mean may Allah curse the liar, like in this specific situation. But if you just say may Allah curse the liar, you guys are both liars. You're both liars. So you need to be careful with that stuff, man. You're lucky you have a false religion.
You're going to find out soon. I'm just the face to all the evil stuff that Libiano did or wanted done. This guy is a mathematician who likes to use and abuse his way through the game. Listen, I'll admit, I did a bunch of shit that he wanted me to do to get him out of situations because I cared about him and I did not want anyone to go after him while he was doing his thing.
So
what a good friend, man.
The future frivolous lawsuit that Malik is promising to launch, we have him on tape admitting that he did these things.
So this is Aki X.
I forgot. Yeah, so the last little section here, Aki X after this went on X and gave his side of the story. So we got a couple tweets and then we got some photos.
All right, so we got message from Aki X, a nobody. Got that part right at least. I am free from all this. The innocent bystander I am, but I must speak out. For the last few years, I've highlighted to the wider community of Muslims in the Dawah scene about this fake manager, failed rapper, absolute grifter, Malik the Muslim Sam Shamoon doxer that he is. It's kind of spot on so far. Okay, all right. Let's continue. Below is evidence of this, how he absolutely ruined Itachi's life when he doxed her entire house, dad's job, and university to the point she ran off the app for a whole year. Yes, the Itachi he currently manages. Square that circle out, lol. Also, along with hurting tens of other Muslims by either revealing private photos to as much as doxing their names and houses. The first to ever dox me and my family, my sisters, was you, Malik, and no one else. All because I didn't slide with you against Itachi when y'all beefed. Malik, you are only known for insulting mothers. Insulting mothers? Who does that sound like? Insulting mothers, betraying close friend. Who does that sound like? Anyway, Malik, you are only known for insulting mothers and calling them Shia whores. Malik, you are only known for insulting mothers, betraying close friends, as we see your whole circle fall apart in real time. This was right on the money, man. I don't know Aki X, but he's in a world where everything you hear from the Dawah clowns is a bunch of idiotic nonsense and lies. This is a pretty much the most accurate thing I've seen from these guys. Interesting. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is a continue. Oh, so this is a
This
long
is a
one.
continuation. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, the top two lines there were we already read. It continues, as an ummah, let us see the wicked out of the Dawah scene, and the clout he promises is a mirage of the dunya. Anyone associated will attest to the fact that he only promises dunya and lies, and true Dawah is free from that. As far as my past with Libiano, me and him rectified our affairs and grew out of the pettiness of trolling, side of TikTok, and I pray Allah elevates him in the da'wah scene as he is grown to be a mature and qualified individual in this field, unlike you, the promiser of dunya and lies. Now that Libiano clocked him and exposed him, in his only scapegoat. Stop, bro. Face your reality. No one wants you around them, but your sad victims, Malik, who only fear you for blackmail. May Allah deal with this individual, the doxer that he is, and I'm glad greater dais have noticed who he is, a cancer to the da'wah, and let's unite on never getting near the disease that he is. $280,000 to IP and $100,000 to David on his head. What benefit other than filling the pockets of Islamophobes? Giving them clips? Get the... Oh, something out of here. Get the F out of here, I'm guessing? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the C is, but yeah. Or maybe it's a typo. Anyway, the next one is just going to show the rest of this message is some text messages, and then there'll be close-ups of them. So the next slide is just to demonstrate that this is in fact what is there, and then there'll be close-ups of the messages so you can read them better.
So after this is close-ups of what's right here.
Yes. So these are the text messages between Malik and Aki X, I believe.
So who's on the left?
So that would be Malik.
Okay, so that's Malik, and then in the blue on the bottom, that's Aki X.
Yep.
Okay. So Malik says, yeah, I saw this from a mile away. I nev doxed you because I knew you got fooled and you would figure it out. We had a friend group, us and Yahya, but you felt there was more for you over there. Who you want to do a formal debate with, I'll set it up. Yeah, you're great at setting up debates, dude. We need to jumpstart stuff again. This geek philosophy stuff gonna create more kafirs. You and Itachi are itching me, bro. I don't know why y'all want the issue. And then Aki X replies, what are on about mentioning her?
And you can see this is from 2024, these messages here.
And then, if you actually apologizing, I accept, but this was some kafir behavior. Retake your shahada and make tawbah. And you say, I ain't got nothing to say sorry to you about. You didn't even get doxed in the end. I'm sad for Itachi. And I'ma disappear. Well, great job. So Itachi can come back. No on gotta worry about me. Oh, no on gotta worry about me. I guess he's trying to say no one's got to worry about me. I'm going to disappear. Why can you apologize to a kafir Monica Islamophobe on live, but not Itachi? Because Itachi won't forgive that. I know her. She's going to hate me forever. Well, now you're her manager. Oh.
So don't know exactly what went down, but right, the story from Aki X and Libiano is that Malik doxed Itachi back in 2024. She disappeared for a while, and this seems to corroborate that, what Aki X is sending here, where Malik is telling him, she'll never forgive me, and I'll just disappear so she doesn't have to worry about me anymore. And he didn't disappear, but somehow got her under his thumb.
Well, this is a really awesome year for Dawah, man. It's a really awesome year, guys. Again, we're a little over halfway through the year. End of last year, we said we don't know how it's going to get worse, but we know it's going to get worse, and man, it's been getting worse. I don't even know who's next on the Dawah scene. All the guys that came along 5-6 years ago, they're all going down in flames. Every new person who steps up, they really don't last long. That's crazy. Let's take these super chats. Wait, what I missed? When did Cora leave? Why did y'all cover this? Am I behind on my Dawah soaps? Don't worry, you can catch up.
So we haven't gotten that far yet. We're probably about 2 days away from when Cora left. So the gist is someone sent Cora a call where Malik was talking to other Dawah guys and was basically saying that she sucked. And Malik doesn't deny the existence of this call. He doesn't try to apologize for it. The only thing he's concerned about is who leaked this. Mm-hmm. And as a result, she cuts him off.
Yeah, in other words, right there, what you just said, she would be upset that Malik was talking trash about her behind the scenes, whereas Malik, who can never accept personal responsibility, always has to blame someone else, so he blames the person who leaked it, and she's looking at that going, seriously? After you said this stuff, you want to attack the person who leaked this to me and not the person who did it? Which exposes him as a total hypocrite. I mean, when Jake told him what Warner said about him, he got mad at Warner for saying it, not Jake for sharing it with him. But when he says something about someone else behind the scenes, it's the person who leaks at fault. It's never Malik's. Nothing is ever Malik's fault. And that's why Cora realized, okay, I was right for not wanting anything to do with this dude. We got the Dawah bros as Golden Girls. Dave, are you really ready for Dyer? What? No, that's months away. I'm not ready. Overcome pride equals victory. What are you talking about? Jay is broadband focus and your narrow band focus. Christ loves the peacemakers, right? I could not decipher most of what you're saying there. D. Wood, I will convert to Islam if you don't praise Mike Winger. Well, have fun on the Hajj, buddy. Have fun on the Hajj. The ladder in Dr. Wood's office is being used to paint a replica of the ceiling in the chapel. Proper Michelangelo job is my guess. ETA in 30 years. Now, we are working on something cool, but yeah, not the ceiling. Real Housewives of Dawah. And then we got some Arabic there. Jesus Christ will forever stomp on the head of the serpent. Oh, hi, Thad and Mike Winger. Does no one tell these people to resolve drama in private instead of keeping up with the Dawadashians? Dawadashians is a good one.
Well, the crazy thing is they usually do, right? Like, I think this is going on all the time, and it doesn't usually spill over into the public, but they made a mistake of getting Malik part of the scene, and now it's all public.
Who could have foreseen this? Malik causes so much chaos, so I can't shake the idea that he's a psyop. Not Mossad, though. Something else. What could it be? I don't know. We don't know. Anyone who wants to destroy Dawah from within, say Allahu Akbar unless you are a Zionist shill. Neither of them know what abandonment issue is. I know. Weird. Words have meaning. No words mean what I think they mean. Malik and Sam are perfect for each other. Their breakup will be cataclysmic. Yeah, you just wonder if there's going to be like anything left of either one of them to cause a scene when they finally turn against each other.
Yeah, it's weird. Like those doxing clips of Malik doxing Sam, they came out like 2 or 3 days ago, and there hasn't been one word from Sam about it. Interesting.
Huh. Ziddy Inda Buddy Bo blah blah blah. D Wood, you're the psychopath from West Virginia? This is confusing. I know, it's weird. D Wood, you and Sam should settle on street beefs. We can settle it on YouTube. Do y'all want to get Elijah Johnson up in this clique sometime? That would be fun. Yeah, I think think Elijah's going to be joining us later this week because we wanted to review his section of the debate and see what else is going on. We were watching a stream a few weeks ago, and my 1.5-year-old started dancing to your Snake Walrus song. I hope you take it as a compliment, Thaddeus. He only dances to song he really likes. Thaddeus, are you there? He's frozen. I was like, hey, he's not reacting to this at all. He's actually frozen, guys. I was like, how's he not responding to that awesome comment? Yeah. When Thaddeus unfreezes, I'm sure he would like that. Let's see. X and Duck Lips rectified in the Zut sense. Very, very rude. Y'all should start these streams with previously on Dawah Drama and do a quick recap, 10 to 30 seconds of everything we've gone through. You are exactly correct. I'm going to screenshot that. That's a good idea. It'd be cool if we even like prepared a little video like previously on Dawah Drama. Then we got Never Get Complacent Mike. Nice to see you finally attacking Dawah. Raise Lucian right. He's a good man. Well, impossible to take advice from you. And we've got You Nailed It. Every 5 to 6 years, these Dawah bros embarrass themselves. Now, of course, we know some are shameless liars who go away like Nike, but he's hiding. Cannot defend that repulsive ideology. Yeah, and it's basically accelerating. The process is accelerating. So it's like Dawah whack-a-mole sometimes, new ones pop up and stuff, but there's just too many people going after Dawah now that put it this way, it would suck to be someone who wants to get involved in Dawah right now. It would suck. Be like, hey, I want to reach people with Dawah. Okay, it's not going to go well for you. Read the room. And we have what's the difference between Mike Winger and David Wood? An office, and about a million other things, mostly related to testosterone. All right, everyone. Not sure what happened to Thaddeus, but something cut out, and he's not here. I think we're going to do one of these follow-ups over on his channel. So he can run all the videos there after he's put them all together. Trying to think. Anything else going on? What's today? Sunday? I think tomorrow night we're going to be live on AP's channel. We should have some interesting stuff about what's been going on in Dearborn when Christian women show up to preach the gospel. Some creepy stuff going on there. But yeah, we're supposed to be live on AP's channel tomorrow to cover that. And last super chat here, Days of Our Lives, as the Ummah turns, the ballsy and the belligerent hate in place, the young and the brainwashed, general non-confirmation. These soaps have been lucrative. Win Malik and Mossad. I'm going to screenshot that. We might steal some of those as well. All right, everyone, thanks for joining us. We're almost caught up, but they keep causing more drama than we can keep up with. So, I mean, sitting right... Oh, hang on. Here's Thaddeus back. What's wrong with you, man?
So
you abandoned me. I hate you. I'll hate you forever. What?
There's a thunderstorm, and there was a giant lightning. I'm in the basement, and I heard it. So got a power surge, knocked everything out, had to reboot, and I'm back now.
Okay. All right. Well, I was literally 2 seconds away from closing out. You did have a comment. Did you hear the Snake Walrus song comment?
I did not.
Okay, I'll put it up again. I was wondering why you weren't reacting, and then it turns out you were frozen. So this from Emma here. She said, we were watching a stream a few weeks ago, and my 1.5-year-old, so year and a half old, started dancing to your Snake Walrus song. I hope you take it as a compliment, Thaddeus. He only dances to songs he really likes.
Appreciate that. And we will have a new one out soon, the Pray for PayPal song and music video.
That's going to be awesome. Awesome. And I told everyone we'll be live on your channel here sometime in the near future to cover some more drama. People did we did get some good suggestions. Someone suggested previously on Dawah drama and like a 30-second recap of the recent drama for anyone who missed it. That way they know what's been covered, to keep that in mind as we're covering the new stuff. So that's a good idea. And we've got the real hotel wives of Malik's hedge fund condo. Yes, nice. All right, everyone, gonna cut out now. Catch you all tomorrow. See you next time.